Well, that's an interesting shade of colours. There we go. Colour balancing kicking in like nobody's Christmas. Do I exist, or do I need to continue setting up the Stramb with a B? Well, that's me there. This is me here. That's those. There are people who exist. Good evening to Elliotmund and Alex Burt and Stephanie Meyer. You know, Stephanie Meyer, who is quite famously a personal friend of mine. I don't know how many Christmases make the Jingus to Daigle. Anyway, I am going to invent the leg muffin, and then yes, I have been playing. Hang on a minute, I heard something disconnect from my computer. It better not be the microphone. It's not. It's not the mouse. It's not the... Does everything still correctly? Anyway, yes, indeed. Hello, everyone, and good evening. And why am I watching my computer screen when I should be watching the game? I've been playing a bit of new Pokemon Snap today. At last, it took me long enough to get to that, and it's good, it's fun, I'm enjoying it. And I'm pleased by how many spoilers I've managed to avoid. Now, you might notice that I'm in a bit of a strange place compared to previous streams. Thank you, Elliot. And also, I ask this every stream, but let me know if the audio balancing needs fixing one way or another. Another. But, yes. So, over the past week, Skello8 came to visit me in person, and yeah, fuck it, I'll get a focus band. And we did some Pokemon tradingnesses, so what was yesterday's bargain? A Protector? I don't need a Protector, or indeed a Protractor. Please buy my Stardust. Ziggy played guitar. So yes, while I'm here, I'm going to do a little bit of preliminary setup-y stuff based on what I've been doing in S.H.I.E.L.D., and that will also involve speaking to the digging duo. Game audio could be dropped slightly. Your command is my Spanish. How's that? Is that too loud, too quiet, too, you know, when you're yes and you're no, and you're up and you're 12? Let me know. Oh, it's a lad. And he's about to kick me in the face. But, yeah, so Skello8 visited. We did some exchanges of Pokemans, and that means that I now have on my personage, are they, asterisk, are they actually on my personage? I have eggs! I forgot they were in my party. But yes, one of these is a Scorbunny, one of these is a Grookey, and I think we continued the swapping. Oh wait, no. This is a... Wait a second, that means that one of these will actually be... Okay. This one is a Poplio, because I prepared that to give to Luzzie, but she did not have a... Like, basically, we did some breedings of Pokemon, not with each other, of our respective starters and Alola starters from the Isle of Armor, and Luzzie didn't have her Rowlet yet. I think she got it, like, today, so I've been able to transfer a Litten to here and a Poplio to S.H.I.E.L.D. and also we've had a lot of children exchanging is the long and short of it, and I have a Poplio and a Litten to give to Luzzie next time she visits, because then we will exchange them for baby Rowlets. Is the medium length long and short of it. And I'm really hoping for more, like, fossil components, because in S.H.I.E.L.D. I keep getting loads of 3 of the types of fossils, and there's one that just doesn't appear at all, which makes me think, maybe it doesn't exist, but then there's 4 different fossil Pokemon, and, like, surely if there were only 3 different fossils that would not give 4 combinations. So yeah, basically, I'm going to, I'm gonna get the watts from these protrusions, and then I'm going to go all the way back to Wedgehurst, because I don't know if you legally have to be at Wedgehurst to go to the DLC places. Is Pokemon trading an act of criminality? That's just a theory. A bong diddly theory.
Ah, I tripped over a child again. Oh, woo.
But yeah, I'm finally going to fuck all the way over to the Crown Tundra, which is basically just Scotland, I think. And I don't know if I'm underleveled, overleveled, or wombling free. We will have to find out when we get there. But yeah, the reason why I'm cycling there and not just, like, flying there is in the hopes of... Now, before I even say anything... This is the right egg, right? Okay, got it from a link trade. So yes, I will hatch this, and then we will start on the DLC as finally promised. And yeah, we did some max raid battles, we made curry, it was a fantastic time. And once upon a time there were 50 different shapes inside of the chimney. Anyway, is everything okay audio-wise and game-wise and my face and... like... I would say, oh, the co-commentators, but I don't have any. Unless I do, and I'm somehow ignoring them right through their faces. Which is a non-zero possibility? I don't know. No, I feel like I have stuff to... I do, actually. Oh, there we go. I feel like I have stuff to talk about, and that's because I do have stuff to talk about. And I was going to talk about this in... Oh, hello. Who goes there?
It's me.
She returns just in time for the hatching of a cat.
Yee!
So who's a very cat-like Eurovision person who then grows up to be hot? Name a hot Eurovision man, basically.
Last Canto. What were you expecting at this point?
True. I just don't remember if I named anyone after Blaskanto already.
I don't think you have. I think I would have fangirled hardcore if you did.
Okay, well, now we have Blastilitten.
Yee.
And I shall put him into storage for now. It's totally lit, fam. So...
Totally lit.
I'm just gonna pop Blas in there for the time being. We also have Stefan and Christos, who I named after, turns out that wasn't his name at all, but Cyprus 2005, and Stefan Raab, because, oh my god, he's real!
Yes, I think you saw him in Shrewsbury or something. I don't know.
Are you thinking of the fact that, there's someone in town here who works at a, like a Sky broadband pop-up stall, and he looks like fucking Tom Hiddleston?
Yes. Maybe. I don't know.
And the side of that shop looks like it says, "Shoosh."
Shoosh. Time to flee.
NASA people.
NASA people.
That's a pee hole?
Things happened when we went to visit Tess, and yeah, we speak of the gay mermaids.
There were gay mermaids. Also, this is a lot further south than I thought it was. I thought the Crown Tundra was to the north. I mean, the stream title still stands because it's the opposite of flying south for the winter, but still.
Yeah, wow, that's where it is.
I was surprised too.
Cool.
I thought it was north of Wyndon.
I thought it was like an additional part of Circhester for some reason.
I mean, that would make sense, because it's cold and freezy, and all this icy melts my spicy.
Mamacita, tell me what to do.
Now we're playing
Now we're
Twister.
playing
La la,
Twister.
left foot blue. Dado is also here. As am I. I am here. Who would have thought?
I thought he was going to say Gino is here. I'm just like, what?
Come to Gino. Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Yes, because Gino DeCampo definitely goes to Wendy's. I mean, he might. I mean, we don't have Wendy's in this country, but we might be soon. I don't remember.
I don't know who this person is, so I'm not going to give him a voice, even though, like, clearly they want one because of the text box label things, but no, I don't know who you people are. Oh. Oh, he's trying so hard to be cool. What a generous and totally unwanted offer. What a lovely conversation. I didn't enjoy any of it. Her earrings are Pikachu tails and they're female, and if you're gonna wear a tie, at least wear a tie. God damn, your tie puts the tie in tiny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna step over here and criticize you to your face. Oh, Nia. Oh, she's Welsh.
Ew! How could you tell?
Because her name is Nia. I'll take a hard pass on that, thanks. She'll take a hard piss on it. Excuse me, hello. Yes, you, the boy over there. I can't quite do Welsh, so this is as good as you're gonna get. My dad is as stubborn as steel, and he won't leave me alone. Back me up, would you? I can't. My accent is going all over the place here. Because, like, recently, the Welsh government... Oh, his name is P! The Welsh government was like, hey, we're going to change the law, so if you work in Wales, you need to speak Welsh. And, like, having read, like, their specifications for that, I approve of their idea. Because they're like, hey, you don't need to be fluent, and you don't even need to speak it, you just need to be willing to learn, as long as work provides studies. And, like, sounds good to me. And,
Fair play.
yeah, I don't even work in Wales, but I approve. Level 70, yeah, we're just in time for this. So I'm guessing that Mr. P-Man is like a former steel-type gym leader then, because he's hard as steel? But has he stolen
Peony?
Peony?
Is that not his name?
It's
Is
pronou-
that
it's
not how
pronou-
you pronounce it?
It's pronounced peony. Like the flower.
Oh. Yeah, no.
You know, like, what's it? Peter Rabbit and his three sisters, Peony, Pansy, and Petunia. Brackets, bless you. No? Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
There is no soup in your power.
Mickey!
The raves
Still
will
haven't
come.
found it. You still haven't found a body pillow.
That's the thing, you know. I did a Google for Obstagood body pillow just to see if they existed, and not only do they not, but also one of the suggested searches was just edgy furry.
Right. Okay then.
As previously stated, everyone can have a little gay for Mickey as a treat. No? Okay.
Fair enough.
So anyway, there was... Oh yeah, I was part of a focus group for a thing. I didn't know if I was legally allowed to talk about that.
Okay.
But yeah, Elliot invented music, and I was like, huh, this sure is music. I just wanted an excuse to use Blizzard in an environment where it wouldn't definitely miss. I may say yes. No, you may say yes. Okay, yeah, so basically, Elliot is involved in the making of a song for a Eurovision National Final, and I was part of the focus group to see if it existed or not. Okay, I won't...
But it certainly...
I won't tell them that it's called Potatoes. carry on.
It's called potatoes. Okay, cool.
What I don't get is why, like, everyone in the chat, apart from you, Lozzie, has like a blue label on Streamlabs, but in person, like, Elliot's Peridot green, Dino's pink, and you and Hearty are like green. It's go for Ireland! Ah, you see, I thought it was like either Switzerland or Norway? Or Tabasworth? The nation?
National final, then. Because I know sometimes Ireland don't always have a national final, but I don't know if Ireland are having one for next year. I mean, I hope so, but... Yeah.
And Tess throwing shade, meanwhile. Are you sure your daughter's sweet? And Hearty claims to be orange. Lies.
Well, to me, he's orange as well.
Oh.
So is Dino. Elliot is literally the only one that is green on my screen, other than myself.
Huh. Adventure. Boo! Your jokes are bad and you should feel bad. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, there's, like, stuff in my real life. Oh, that's a jinx! I thought it was like a really pale piloswine. But, like, I know I mentioned in one of my videos recently-ish that, like, on my way to work, there's a building that says Bible College on it, except the B has now fallen off entirely, so it just says Bible College. But, like, the building next door to that, there's two, like, flagstones, one on either side, and, like, one says, this chapel was erected, and then the other one says, like, to the glory of God in the year, whatever. But the thing is, they're on two separate sides of stairs, and if you only see one, then, like, this chapel was erected. Oh, dang, really? I never would have guessed. And also, there's a building that's called No Bun House, so I guess they don't like rabbits. And just around the corner from that, there's a building that's just called The Square, and it doesn't have, like, a sign on it. It just has, like, this white sort of set of bricks above the door, and someone has, like, painted the words The Square above it, but the paint has dripped slightly, so it just looks really fucking ominous. And also, not too far from there as well, Swablu! And besides the Swablu, there's like a bed and breakfast, and the sign outside advertises, like, oh, we've got so-and-so many rooms, and we serve food, and we have color TV. And, like, I know that used to be a selling point of, Am I really out of quick balls? Oh, I have one quick ball. Okay. Like... But yeah, it's like, oh, we have color TV. Like, it's 2021. I should bloody well hope you do.
I feel like in this day and age, you should probably be advertising that you have widescreen TVs.
Or Wi-Fi.
Like, or Ultra HD TV.
Or Netflix.
Or Disney Plus.
Or Sauce.
Any whoosies? How have you been?
I've been warm.
Same. And also suffering from the post-holiday depression.
It do be like that. Okay, I can in fact fly back to there. We're on a slippery slope, fam. But yeah, I'm going to ever so briefly cloingel up to Wyndon to buy more quick balls because there's Pokemans here. It's free babies.
You sure they're free though?
Well, it costs one Pokeball each to catch them.
Well, that depends on if you get a critical capture, or if it just goes straight into the ball, or if it breaks out of the ball, so then it might cost more than one Pokeball.
You're right,
Maybe
you're right.
inflation. What?
Oh, don't Google Pokemon inflation.
Pokemon inflation and Pokemon deflation.
Cursed. I managed to, hang on a minute, I'm gonna check the lottery. I managed to personally offend Heather on Stevia recently, well, not her, but one of her friends, by suggesting, can I talk to the computer, please? What fresh hell? What? Why can I not interact with the PC? What? What? Please? Okay, so anyway, I was able to offend a friend of Heather's by suggesting as a... Why? Why can I not... I can't interact with anyone or anything! Why is the... What? Okay, that was weird. Okay, so by suggesting a pair of Pokemon games called Pokemon Incision and Pokemon Collision, because, like, if you have two atoms and you split them apart, then it goes boom, and if you collide them together, it goes boom, but in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got some milk. Imagine just being given a bottle of milk by a haunted cash machine, because that's basically what just happened. And I'm not going to, like, send anyone off just now. I just wanted to check I hadn't, like, left anyone in the... Wait, did I heal? Just not being able to speak to anyone ever so briefly just threw my muffins out the window and back in the other side. Also, Urias's face reminds me of Onion from Steven Universe, and I'm surprised it took me this long to say so.
Feel like you've told me about the collision and incision story before.
Yeah.
Because I think you also messaged me saying, like, this would be the region with Champion Katarina.
Yeah, because, like, because there's clearly a nuclear theme, clearly you would obviously have to tie it back to Ukraine somehow, because, you know, Chernobyl and stuff. Therefore, obviously that's the region that has Katerina Pavlenko as its regional champion, and she specializes in steel types until proven otherwise.
I only said steel types because of the metal thing that she wore on her nose in the music video, but
No, it made sense to me.
Oh!
There was
I remembered the thing I was going to ask you.
42.
That's a weird way of answering, what's that story with the spider that you told me about? I was over at yours, because you suggested, like, this African tale about a spider.
Oh, and Nancy the Spider-Man.
Yes.
Also, it's a hexagon. We stand. I want to catch the spooky plate. Ah! In hindsight, I should probably lead with Urias, because then he'll not be buffeted by the cold times. See, grass also makes sense because, like, nature and shit. So that was like my second thought. So clearly, either way, her star Pokemon is a Ferrothorn.
Remind me what a Ferrothorn is again?
It's grass and steel, and it comes from Generation 5.
Okay.
And I've heard Americans pronounce it Ferrothorn. Like, what makes you think that the stress goes there, of all places?
Stress goes everywhere when you have anxiety.
Well, that is a mood.
I had to be your mom friend when I placed your order at Wimpy.
And I still appreciate you doing that. Also, I need to take my headphones off for like half a second just to go and turn the fan on because it is warm in here. So I will be right back. Entertain the people. Or don't, I don't know. It's not my life, it's not free.
Okay, well, fun story time.
Okay, I'm back.
Forgotten my story now. Oh yeah! You and Philly G having a little bit of a rivalry, playing Mario Party.
We played Mario Party, and I stole stars from him several times. You know, several times.
He stole stars from you, and then I was just sort of like collecting stars legitimately, and then Mama Hex was there. We love Mama Hex.
It got to the point where she was like, fuck it. I could go get a star, but at this point, no one's wembling my stadiums, so what's the plur?
And it didn't come home. Alright?
Oh yeah, sports ball happened and I professionally could not give a heck.
Sports ball happened on Philly G's birthday, so I kind of felt obligated to give somewhat of a heck. And then drama happened after the game. Legitimately, like, car park things, and yeah, that was a time.
Oh yeah, and the police got involved, but not at you. And I named it Tess after the one from Junior Eurovision from like 2005. Why is this thing out here alive? You are a fossil Pokemon, sir. Or madam, maybe.
Yeah, Netherlands 2005, Junior Eurovision. Speaking of, all 4 of the songs have been revealed for the Netherlands' national final for Junior Eurovision, and I have not heard any of them.
Neither have I. I've just heard that one of them has a lot of Japanese going on in it, and, okay. Why does everything open to Pori, dude? Why is everything Hamza in fact?
I'm gonna look at the Spider-Man story. And I see Spider. The story Tess recommended to me, I can understand, like, that could actually work with what we were discussing the other day.
Yeah. I don't know how much you want to be made publicly convenient.
It's fine, I don't mind sharing.
So basically,
I don't mind.
Lozzie is planning a Pokemon fan region that's based on Africa.
Yeah. And I believe I came up with Pokemon Harmony and Pokemon Discord. So basically my idea for like the Harmony legendary was a bird, but like the wings sort of like are like strings of a, basically the wings are like a harp. And it's based on the story of the go-away bird.
And they really exist, and they sound like Waluigi.
Yeah.
And I suggested like building this entire Pokemon out of like strategies that involve like disposing of the opponent, like the opposing party by like like Roar, and whichever one out of Hurricane and Whirlwind makes them change, that sort of thing. Because then I suggested, then you could have its counterpart be like. Based on Anansi the Spider-Man, and having abilities that involve, like Arena Trap, or like stuff that prevents Pokemon from switching out, whether themselves or the opponent. So stuff like Ingrain, and whichever one out of Scary Face and the other one prevents them from switching out. You know how it is.
Yeah, and I thought that was a really good idea, but then I couldn't remember the spider story until just now. So yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yee. Anywho,
Papa Peony the Daddy Dingbat.
Daddy Bat?
What?
Oops, Wems?
Wems? Oi! Oh, it's a snom! They have snoms here.
Hooray!
We stan a lesbian bug.
Even the male snoms are lesbians?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, everyone can have a bit of lesbian. What?
As a treat.
That made sense.
But the real question is, I keep finding snowballs on the ground. Is that I have found a snowball item, or is that just I keep periodically stopping to just scoop up snow and shovel it into my pockets?
Pass.
Pasta!
It's a pasta.
Shove
put
it up
in
your
butt.
ass.
That too.
You know, like a bottle of rum.
Oh, you still haven't let that go, have you?
How can I?
Let you voice act.
Oh, yeah, mega numpty. Madam, you are Wendy. Yay, we could enter as a pear, rather than a peach or a plum.
Or a pomegranate.
Or...
Fingers.
I was trying to think of fruits that began with P.
Oh, you you can get things.
why can I buy beast balls? Oh wait, because you can... Oh yeah, because you can get Ultra Beasts in here. I forgot about that.
This is going to be... Laura is incredibly dumb. But what is an Ultra Beast?
Basically, first of all,
Fingers.
so Generation 7, so Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, they had a load of legendaries that they didn't want to call legendaries because the whole generation is basically just someone's Digimon Pokemon crossover fanfiction. Those are the Ultra Beasts. The actual explanation is they're Pokemon from other dimensions, and so they are extremely alien. And because I've been playing Sun and Ultra Moon, I now have every Ultra Beast that exists apart from Blacephalon, because that's only available in Ultra Sun. And Sword and Shield. So, how the fluff do these adventures work? Do you go on a journey of over time and space?
Ooh, I think this is what I think it is. If this is what I think it is, I think I've watched my sister do this. And it's Dynamax Adventures, aren't they?
Yeah.
Or something. Right, so...
But,
There we go.
But can you
There
keep?
should be an explanation.
But can you keep?
I think you only get to keep one of them. And it gives you the choice as to which... Like, it lets you choose which one you keep.
Hang on. That was stunningly incorrect, sir. That's just... That's a beautiful... Just I like that sentence. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, it lets you choose which one you want to keep. So... like, you choose your path, you battle the Dynamaxy thing, and then at the end of all of the routes and stuff, you get to choose which one you want to keep.
Yeah, that's...
I only experienced...
Yeah, it just explained that to me right just now. You only get to keep one. Does that include the inevitable legendary at the end? Because if so, boo.
Yeah. I mean, you get the choice. You get to choose whether you keep the legendary or not.
But is it if you catch if you catch a cool Pokemon along the way, and then you also catch the legendary, you can only keep the legendary should you so choose.
Believe so.
Boo. Anyway. I only mostly understand this, but then again, it's because I'm streaming at the same time, so it's mostly in one eye and out of my toes. And I could swear that Golduck is part psychic, but apparently it doesn't. I don't know anymore.
I can't help you there because like I said, I'm not at this point in the game. I've literally just finished the Diglett quest in Isle of Armor.
And we're very proud of you for doing that, because I finished it in Shield, but I never finished it in Sword because I want to do it on stream, but I know that no one gives a heck on stream. So, you know.
I care.
Why would you waste a turn in a Dynamax battle doing fucking swords, dads?
You're playing Pokemon Sword, you tell me.
Elliot, thank you for still being here now that everyone else is quite evidently fucked up. Thank you.
I still exist.
Well, yes, and you, but I mean, like, of the live chat people. And, oh, good, it's one of those Dynamax battles where it's like, huh, I'm gonna have a bunch of shields come up because fuck you.
Oh, it's that! Hooray!
Except there were no shields.
We love that.
Again, you've the fucking studies, you hard.
Just fucking attack the nipple.
I just had a thought.
Is it Jesus?
You know how I mentioned that my Pokemon Harmony Legend?
Yeah.
Harmony! Yeah, that was like bird with harps as wings and stuff, like very sort of classical music-y. I'm thinking, for the Pokemon Discord Legendary, it's sort of being like some sort of... Well, I don't want to say glitchy, but sort of like digitally sort of music-y kind of thing.
Yeah. Like,
can't think what.
Like having a lot of squares in its design, kind of like Nagito's jacket from Danganronpa 2.
Yes! Thank you for understanding what I'm going for here.
We stan a Quing. Or possibly a Keen. Or a Keen Quing.
Keen Quang. That sounds like the name of a chicken place.
Like...
No, like KFC's.
Like if Freddie Mercury had a bed, a queen-size mattress.
That too. Do you not have a Golduck?
Well, I know that you can get Psyduck on the Isle of Armor, so... I encountered a backpacker.
E.
Well, I'm always down to clown with a shelled bell. But yeah, this is kind of a hot mess of a format, to be perfectly Anne. Oh! Wait, your husband's existence reminds me of a thing?
Mm-hmm.
You left your either anniversary card or his birthday card here when you visited.
I think it was probably his birthday card because I've got our anniversary card here and also food has arrived.
So, only probably, even though you have proof to the contrary.
I don't know anymore.
But yeah,
tired.
Left his birthday card here.
Oh, oopsie.
We will hold on to it till your next visit, and then we will give it to you. Unless you forget it again, in which case we'll hold on to it for the time after that. So... I don't know if Lozzie's still here, or if she's gone to obtain food.
I'm still here. Billy G has gone to door to obtain food.
Oh, okay.
Billy G is walking off with food.
He's
I'll be right back.
he's stealing the brown. He's kidnapping the food. I cannot believe it. You won't believe. So anyway, does anyone even still exist in the chat? Because I don't know. I haven't streamed in a hot minute, and now I'm back with this, and then I'm gonna stream again on Sunday afternoon just to see if that gets better views. Yeet petite. When you throw a little thing. But yes, I don't see myself doing very much with this on my own time, because this seems a little bit on the tedious side. And I don't need an Araquanid. Oh, you exist?
Of course I exist. Cut to Lozzie yeeting into Philly G to obtain food.
That's some berries.
Hooray.
Now, do I require Fuego or Ground Go? Well, we have several water types present, so I think it's for the benefit of the whole team if we go to the hot place. Banjalele Hot Place. My drag name, clearly.
Does drag.
You
But yes, I have obtained.
Item?
Have obtained.
You've obtained food.
Yes, pizza.
Oh. Are you going to put it somewhere?
Mouth, ideally.
Okay. Elliot, I don't remember because I probably lived in a hot minute, but if you remind me later, then I'll have a look and I'll get back to you. Memphis, Tennessee. That is all.
It is indeed a place.
Oh, dear, really? I've never been.
Either have I just know it exists.
I don't. Oh, that is an entire... Okay, hang on. Okay, first of all, oh wow, it's a Gigantamax. It also... I am not a fan of how, like, there's a load of Pokemon, and Butterfree is one, and Orbeetle is another, and Colossal is a third, where they have their own special Gigantamax moves, and their animation is just identical to the standard max move version of that attack.
Yeah.
Like, really? A bit fucking lazy. Like, several... Like, you know, it was several updates after the game's initial release. Yeah, they could have updated it by now.
Yeah. Also, I've done a look into G-Max Befuddle because it shows up in a upcoming thing I've done on Tess's channel while I was over there. G-Max Befuddle inflicts poison, paralysis, or sleep on all opponents, so that's essentially what that does.
Ah.
Sure.
But they could at least give it a unique animation. Because I know that Orbeetle's G-Max Gravitas, which first of all, that's not what that means, but go off. And all it does is increase gravity whilst also doing a fuck ton of psychic type damage. And I know this because Sylvia can Gigantamax. I forget if that's public knowledge yet or not, but now it is.
Huzzah and Hajimble.
And Sister Act. Playing now on a turnip near you. People be like, oh, vinyl supremacy, fuck you, I take all of my music and musical theatre on turnip only.
But yeah, we saw a nerd shop while we were in Shrewsbury as well.
And also a cat cafe. We went to Shrewsbury, by the way. I forget if we mentioned that part.
I mentioned Shrewsbury and the Gay Mermaids in the Christmas shop and Wimpy.
I went to Wimpy for the first time in my life.
I had to order for you because social anxiety.
Well, I asked if you wouldn't mind, and you said, yes, that's over here by happy people.
It was either that or ask Billy due to order for all three of us, and that would just be putting too much on him. But in ordering for you, I forgot to also ask for no tomato in my burger, so, need to remember that next time.
Their burgers sure do taste of meat, by the way. Well, no, specifically, they taste of beef, which is good because they are made of beef. What's the deal?
We're also showing Peppa.
Oh yeah.
We're also showing Peppa Pig, and that was weird.
Yeah, because like, we know that they sell pork products, so it's like, hey, fuck all, y'all. Here's what you're eating, kids. Yes, the birth was part of their proclamation.
It's also on a. It was also on a YouTube thingy because TV like sort of paused and it was just like YouTube video layout thingy too.
Yeah, it was like, hey, are you still watching? And nobody said yes.
No.
I got to keep my Gigantamax Colossal. And of course, I shouldn't have changed.
What?
Oh. Well. This is different. I got too enamored by the Gigantamax ability. Ooh. Well, fuck it. Meteor beam. It's meatier than the standard beam.
Hooray!
You can't just use sword kick
Misread.
like that.
Misread Gmax Smite as Gmax Smile, and I'm just like, what the fuck does that do?
Death.
Tizzle.
Okay.
Although Gmax Alcremie is.
Go on.
Suicune.
Go on. Say what you're going to say.
Sorry.
Spit it out, woman!
I was just gonna say. I was just gonna say that Gmax Alcremie is cute. Damn!
It's cake. Yes, I was gonna say, hey, Araquanid, use entrainment on me so I don't fucking die the moment this thing decides to use a water-type move.
Hooray!
Thank you. Ask and you shall receive.
Sorry.
So now I'm a really juicy
Am I?
pile of coal that just drinks water like... Anyway, speak your piece. Unless you weren't going to say anything. I thought you were about to say words.
I thought I was about to say words, but then I forgot the words.
If I lay
Story
here,
of my life, I guess.
if I just lay here, would you lie with me and forget the words? I vaguely remember someone tweeting that in one of the later series of the X Factor, but I didn't watch it, so I don't actually know.
Neither have I.
Just because someone performed that song, but they forgot the lyrics, and that's the joke.
Ooh, I did not know this.
Yay, I get to keep the Gigantamaxable Colossal.
Hooray!
I got murdered by a Suicune, mind you, but...
Oh, it's Suicune!
already...
I remember one of your people... one of your people at high school pronounced it shoeshine.
Yeah, so I think it was primary school. I remember hearing it, or it might have been high school. They pronounced it Sushine, yeah. I thought you'd already noticed it with Suicune because you said so.
Oh yeah.
I think we already have
forgot.
I think we already have a Sandro, but I'm calling him that anyway because he's Fuego, but not.
You don't have a Sandro. I'd have remembered otherwise.
Well, now I do. And he could Gigantamax.
Huzzah.
I found her. The Welsh girl with the pink butts for hair. Your tie is too short,
Ooh.
and her name is Peonia. Well, that's just dumb. Sweet corn. Watch ya. I don't talk like that, thank you. Yes, I had to fight him with my fists, and then he died. And then his head fell off, and died again. Oh, come on, get non-romantically engaged with your family. Rather not, thanks. Yes, indeed, it sounds like a time and the whole point of this DLC. Twosome? She said twosome. That sounds sexual. Because the internet has ruined my sensibilities. Oh my god, Peony, did you fucking die? Oh my god, he fucking died. And, like, one of the NPCs being like, he looks like Chairman Rose. Bitch, where? He just looks like a guy.
Suppose, like, if you put, like, a hard hat on Chairman Rose, then maybe?
He fell on a rock.
I'm still here, by the way. I'm just eating pizza in the interim.
Oh. Ain't nothing gonna pickle my thighs. Ain't nothing gonna hold my nose. No. What?
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Ain't nothing gonna slow me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving.
It's twice as nice to meet me because it's happened once before. Oh, we got his keys. He gave us his house.
Hooray. Speaking of house...
Legs, face, eyes, thin waist, thick thighs.
That too. Forgotten what I was gonna say.
Wow.
But yeah, we are just currently waiting for the previous housing.
Yeah, because you're trying to relocate house, aren't you? And also, I got
Yes.
your league card, and it's cute. You're on the stream.
Hooray!
I forgot that I'd seen that, and it looks strange.
I also have both of your league cards.
Yay!
We have, in my league card possession, other than those you get in the game, I have I don't speak English. Hex, very Scottish lassie. And then there's my sister's league card, which is very extra.
It's extremely extra. I just thought I'd show off some of the league cards because I had previous... Like, I'd shown them in the Shield videos, and I just hadn't shown them in Sword yet, so there you go. There is indeed that.
Yes.
Now, funny thing,
Ew.
I didn't know that the town of Freezington existed until recently, where I got back into quizzes on Sporkle, where it's like, name every town in every, like, main series Pokemon game, which I did, and like, wait a minute, there's a town after Wyndon? And I tried several different permutations of the Master Dojo, the Isle of Armor, for fuck's sake, and then, like, I'm like, well, clearly I'm not gonna get this then, and give up, and it's like, Freezington. Oh! Well, of fucking course it's called Freezington, because you can just add Ington onto anything to make it sound British, clearly.
Evidently.
Anyway, I'm going to steal this pink child.
Good for you.
Damn right, good for me.
Good for you, you're the copy and helping, not me. If you ever cared to ask. I'm losing the plot.
What even was that?
Oh yeah, I forgot you don't listen to popular music unless it's in Hexvision or Eurovision or any other vision of pie.
Well, I don't really have
It's the song
access.
Good For You by Olivia Rodrigo.
See, she's just become popular recently because people have decided she has, and like, I've still never heard any of her music whatsoever. So as far as I'm concerned, she doesn't exist.
I think she was on some sort of Disney Channel thing, and then driver's license happened, and then she became really popular, and I'm just sort of like, huh, okay.
In what universe does me typing capital R equal F?
F in the chat for
The letter F.
my sanity.
Anyway, I'm
That too, I guess.
99% sure that that was Spain 2004. But only 99. And I forget if I mentioned this, but you know how there's the sparkling white bike design that I have in this? Well, I have the shining black one in Shield, and it looks so much prettier. Anyway, I know that the big sort of thing with the Crown Tundra is the legendary Pokemon Calyrex, and also the two My Little Pony Pokemon, and I don't know which one I'm gonna get in this one. Probably Spectria, just because I have Urius on my team, and then that means I'll get Glestria in Shield. So then we have everything covered.
Hooray!
I got
Also,
a
I have
quote.
So I have the white bike in my game, and it looks pretty on my personally speaking. Tessus in my.
Well, you can't just leave us there. I've seen your what? This sounds troubling.
Twitch! You've seen my character on my Switch thing with the bike and the.
I have.
And you've also felt the boobs of motivation, but that's a whole other story.
That is a story indeed. Anyway, Freezington. It's allegedly cold, and now Urius is following us. He's two very good boys. And I've finally resolved in my head my understanding of how Urius works, and that's that, like, both heads are the same, like both heads both report to the same mind and self, basically. So he may have two faces, but he's still one guy. But I could understand him using he, they pronouns because two faces. But, like, the face is a human construct, right? Because, like, biologically speaking, he doesn't have two faces, he just has 4 eyes and 2 mouths. So that's not quite this, like, we only perceive it as 2 faces because we as humans define what a face is. And in thinking of it as 4 eyes and 2 mouths, suddenly it becomes so much easier to rationalize.
Beans.
I've been meaning to ask, what is the difference between a TR and a TM?
A TR breaks after 1 use. But that is also how TMs worked until Pokemon Black and White.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
like, if you use a TR on a Pokemon, then the TR ceases to be because it's been used up and it breaks. Orb! Fingers! Whereas a TM can be used repeatedly without any Flangeapricus depletion. You alright there, Urius? Just kind of burying yourself in the ground? But yes, meanwhile, in the inner and or outer Hebrides, this, and I quote, this. Urius, why are you stuck on the wrong again? Oh, a powerful
The
Obama.
wrong.
And I quote, the. Choop, choop. Fingers. Dice, onion. Grind, pepper.
Grind, pepper.
Yay!
Yeah.
Peppa Peg.
This is my little brother George. What is wrong with me? Many things.
Sis?
Yes, Fris.
Efreef? I like the it.
Yes.
Yes, clearly we'll need to put a dollop of handmade puddings onto the statue. And then there will be 5 separate nuggets on 8 separate days of the week. Build them.
Hooray.
Why isn't this house real? Populated by nothing but an egg of claves. Has it at any point been made abundantly clear that I don't actually speak English?
Cosmog? Why the fuck is there a Cosmog here? Foofy.
I don't know, but why do you sound like Vector the crocodile?
Darn, I forgot to pay the electric bill for the office.
Anyway, give me your foofy. Ah, there's a child. Oh, you can turn off having a friend. Well, I would rather have my friends turned on.
Go on, Tess.
Let my friends exist. Ah, the house
Exist.
Are you real? Does anyone even have a reel of times? Do you know the times? Would you care to coincide?
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Oh, this is a miserable little town. And the architecture reminds me of continental Europe. But specifically, like, I don't know, not Bavaria necessarily, I misread that as Porky. This porky little place. We be fucking, but not each other, because we're father and daughter. Here's a rock.
Ray. Sort of, like, I get where you're coming from, sort of like the Germany, Austria kind of vibes of the house.
Yeah.
Etc.
We are the PET.
Hooray!
Yeah, we're recyclable.
Yeah. On the moon.
Kill the moon! I said it, no butter!
The butter ban. Top 10 bad presidents. Number 10, Snake Eyes. And he just has snakes for eyes.
Why? What happens when you put a baby in a washing machine?
Now the sign on the door makes me think that that room isn't really real. Like you go into it, it just fades to black. Here's a menu. Why are you giving me clues? Why is this game a game?
Clues, fam.
Let the moon chang 1.
701.
701. 701.
Santiago.
Water giving style of snow. Let out node wacky and eel. Wee ree door all be aimed.
How are you?
I'm dying.
In the game, or physically, or mentally, or...
Just physically and mentally.
Okay. I mean, we're all dying very slowly if you think about it.
Oh,
I am such a mood bringer.
the bringer of moods and carrots.
I'm eating chips.
Oh.
Yes. Because Billy G and I ordered 2 pizzas, but because we're really good friends with the takeaway place, the guy gave us a portion of chips for free.
Nice. See, I would say, can I have some? But we are, like, on opposite ends of the country, so probably not.
Yeah, that wouldn't work. Soz fam.
Send them by post. Anyway, I'm gonna take this ugly-looking pumpkin turd. Hello, everyone.
I am ugly-looking pumpkin turd.
Well, sir, you are fucking crazy. I'm going to take this and vandalize a statue by fixing it. May I have it?
Does that even work?
Beverly Hills.
Santiago.
How is everyone in this game so dumb? It's clearly a part of the statue. Everyone's like, well, the statue looks like it's missing something, but we don't know what, and we don't know how big the thing's head is, and also here's something that looks like it's made of the same material as the statue, so clearly these things are in no way connected. Tess stole the turd.
The turd.
The turd.
When you take the best poop, it is the turd of the century. Woo! That tree looks like a tree.
Good. How were your adventures in Pokemon Snap?
I've been enjoying it so far.
That's good.
And don't mind me just casually spamming the photo button in this game just so that I can, like, have thumbnails. Yeah, put the bottle on. You know, put the bottle on. Hold the man sideways. Russell Schwunk! Crow-own. Or crow-own. You know, when a bird belongs to you, you crow-own. I do have
Hooray.
I do have beef with Calyrex though, because like I cannot like it doesn't like. My issue with it is, ever since they first revealed it, I saw it as like a deer, and we were just viewing it like directly from the front. So it looks like it's missing like an entire back half to its body. And it has the Triforce all over it. And also it is straight up just Louis from Beastars. Sure. Rao Crown. I don't speak whatever the language you're speaking.
¿Tú hablas español?
Duh. Я умею говорить по-русски?
What does that mean?
I can speak Russian. Except I don't know if I said it right, but like, okay, that happened. I am able to speak Russianly, I think is the... But the thing is, I don't remember if I used the right word. See, it's either говорить or готовить, and one of them means speak and one of them means cook. So I said I can speak Russian or I can cook Russian.
Well, I mean, you probably could cook Russian food if you really wanted to.
There is an expression in the Russian language that means the same water that boils the egg softens the potato.
A potato flew around my room before you came. Excuse the mess it made.
Sir, I don't speak crown. Crown recrown. What?
Meh.
And because we've turned our back on it and the camera's moved to this kind of shot, it will have disappeared from behind us and we're like, hey, there's a cool Pokemon behind me, and he's like, no, there's not.
Why does it have a butt on its head?
Why don't you?
Because... there's a boob.
I have to go now, my planet needs me. Diddle-a-diddle-a-dip.
Up to.
Wow, Peony's fucking dead.
How many times has Peony died in this stream?
A lot?
Many.
Oh,
How many times has he died?
It's possession! I hope he doesn't mind that I make use of it for the time being. Are you the Pokemon? Oh, I see you've grasped the situation already. Very astute of you. I am Calyrex. I am the one known as the King of Bountiful Harvests. I've borrowed this man's body in order to thank you in person, so to speak. Indeed, there are no words to adequately express my gratitude towards you for restoring my statue. In days long past, I reigned over these lands as king. The humans offered me their loyalty and respect, as I was able to bring lush vegetation to the land and give them plentiful harvests year after year. However, it seems that over many, many years, the people of this land have forgotten my existence. They used to make offerings to me every year, but even that tradition has long since been lost to the ravages of time. You see, it is the faith of the people that grants me strength, and now I have lost all but a fraction of my former power. Even my loyal steed has abandoned me. However, you were kind enough to restore my statue. That act has returned some strength to me, at least enough to speak to you by borrowing the body of another. Now, kind-hearted human child, I have a favor to ask of you. Oh yes? Speak to me, Daddy. I must know once and for all whether the people have truly forgotten about me. I wish you to speak to the villagers and ask if they remember the King of Bountiful Harvests. I've tried asking them myself, you understand, but they treated me like some sort of fairy tale creature or flew into a mild panic at the sight of me. Please, kind-hearted human, I beg you to help me. Oh, okay. So, was that a good voice? No? Okay.
Yes,
Oh, good.
it was. I just muted myself while I ate some food and let you do your voice acting.
Thank you.
I am good friend, honest. Ha!
But you are, though. I'm sorry, I was rather busy doing nothing just now. Oh, okay. And the game was like, hey, talk to the villagers and ask them about Christmas. And everyone's like, we're not gonna pee, ever.
Talk to them about Christmas. We're in July. But yet it's Christmas all year round
In my soul.
I was gonna say Swindon. Shrewsbury. Place with the stuff and the things.
Kalista. So basically, people don't believe in pizza.
But I have pizza.
And yet.
Is it just a figment of my imagination?
The pizza is aggressive.
Because I'm slowly going mad.
I'm quickly going mad. In fact, I'm already there. Poo! You know, poo, the sound of going mad. No, 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 no. That's the sound of growing up.
Uh-huh. Growing up is getting old. Anxiety is draining.
Giving up is the best option. I was looking for Peony and then I'm like, oh wait, yeah, he got deaded. He's floating in the air and glowing. You don't say. I did. I spoke to all of the people and no one had anything of value to say. What do you want from me, game?
Santiago.
Oh. Donna. Madonna. Madonna kebab.
Do you get it?
Human child, I trust you are able to speak to the villagers. So, how was it? Did they say anything about me? They did, but it wasn't too flattering, hon. It is as I suspected. Nobody truly believes that I'm real, even though I have literally appeared in front of them, told them to their faces that I exist. They refuse to believe it. It seems the people of this land have indeed forgotten the bond they once shared with me. Oh no, of course, I'm not grieving. I'm the king of bountiful harvests, after all. I know better than to count on humans to remember me. This proves beyond doubt that I cannot simply rely on human faith if I want my powers to return. Rely on social media, fam. Post for a hot, snappy Instagram pic and I will post you all over the internet, then everyone will believe. If only my loyal steed were to return to me, I would regain something of what I've lost. Is that also a Pokemon? Yes, dipshit. What else could it have been? The very same Pokemon that my statue in the village shows me riding. Alas, though in ancient times we spent many days together, dashing through the valleys and over the mountains of this land, my power waned and I was forced to part ways with it. Now I know not where it may be. Even if we should succeed in locating my loyal steed, I have doubts as to whether it be, well, loyal. I've lost so much power. Perhaps the villagers know something about my currently not so loyal steed. I would be in your debt if you could speak to the head of the village on my behalf. you're able to find any information at all, I ask that you let me know. Oh, okay. That did a number on my throat. Anyway, as you were.
Pizza.
More like ptitsa, which is Russian for bird.
Cool.
Oh, wait, I get it, because a peony is a type of flower, and a rose is a type of flower, so clearly... Peony and rose. Peeing on the roses.
Are they related somehow then?
I assume so.
That would explain the similar looking character model.
Am I the only one who doesn't see the similarity? It's like every time we go into town, my mother tries to explain to me what Motown music is, and I cannot hear it. Like, I legitimately, like, I can't see high definition, and I can't hear the difference between Motown and not Motown. Like, I don't get what makes Motown a distinct genre. As far as I'm concerned, it's just Schlager. And my mother's like, no, it's the rhythm, it's the beat, it's the melody, it's the muffins. And like, mother, I cannot tell. Can you explain?
Motown music is a musical genre that blends the sounds of rhythm and blues and pop music styles. That doesn't help me. I'm not good at explaining it either. And, yeah.
Stunjona at last! I want a friend!
Huzzah, and a Jinba.
And I think you're legally not able to get this one, because I want to say that Stunjona is only available in Sword, in exchange for Ice Q only being available in Shield. So you get a Pingus, I get a Fancy Boy.
Thanks.
Oh no! Well, fine. I shall Ice Beam. It's the Chili Bemb.
No! You should not have killed Inurius. You killed my only friend.
Anyway, what else have we to talk about? Because I'm vaguely remembering the time that I reached Lily Cove City in Pokemon Ruby, and we did that whole thing of taking the names of countries and turning them into acronyms, and for some reason that episode did relatively well, so clearly we should do the same thing again and have a lot of fun. I don't know what I'm suggesting. But what should we talk about? What
Don't know either.
What words are there to discussment? What's disgusting?
What is disgusting? People.
True that. No offense to any humans watching.
Just sort of like the attitudes that people just sort of have around various things. Like, seriously, like, it is disgusting.
Truth.
Using less sports ball as an example, like, the attitude of some entitled England supporters, like, just accept the fact that we lost and just be happy for the fact that we were in the final. Jesus Christmas. Like, I mean, I knew we weren't going to win anyway because Italy have a good team, but, like, I was still just happy that England managed to get to a final in a major thing at some point in my lifetime. So... yeah. Is all Tess has to say to that. And he did serve high quality tea on Twitter.
It's true. Because I don't enjoy sport in any capacity whatsoever, so I can only express disgust when people are like,
Oh yeah, I'm gonna punch a wall.
and then the wall turns out to actually be a person, and then you're like, poo!
It's justified because sports
It's like, no, it fucking isn't.
So you don't even follow like the Olympics or anything?
No. Like, I'm more forgiving towards that sort of thing. Like, really, my objection lies with football specifically. But, like, games of sport, generally, are more my objection. Because, like, how people are with them. And yeah, fuck it, we'll give Mickey time to shine, because I'm living my dream, never been so alive. The sky is the women, now I know I can fly.
The sky is the women.
Yeah!
Yep. I don't really, like, follow that many Olympic sports. The one that I'm mainly interested in is synchronized swimming.
Because
Yes.
if one synchronized swimmer drowns...
They all have to. Or do they?
The Honda Civic nightmare. Same energy.
We actually saw a Honda Civic on our way to Shrewsbury, didn't we?
We did, and we were like, the Godzilla nightmare. My Frankenstein and Snoop Dogg dream.
Powerpuff Girls were there. The dinosaur.
The Vaginasaur?
A dinosaur.
Oh!
I mean, it can be a vagina dinosaur if you want.
You know, a Lickalotopus. I stole that one from Heather. That was Heather's doing. Incidentally, why the hell isn't she on this Discord call?
I know!
At which point she chuckles and just speaks like, oh, I was here the whole time. Like, bitch! And for that matter, what about Alex? He said that he had a really dumb joke and he was saving it for a stream. That meme from, I think, Pulp Fiction, where Danny DeVito, it's not Danny DeVito, is like standing there like, shrug? You know the one?
It is Danny DeVito, I think. It is the thing I'm thinking of.
It's definitely not Danny DeVito.
No. I'm thinking of a different thing. I know there is a Danny DeVito thing.
Right, you're either thinking of, may I offer you an egg in this trying time? Or,
Oops,
Yes.
I dropped a monster condom for my magnum dong.
Probably the second one, because now I can't imagine Alex saying it.
bold of you to assume he has a magnum dong, human.
Oh, never said he did have one. I can just imagine him saying it.
Well, when you put it like that, you're quite right.
He's so mean to his friends.
My love language is hatred.
I can't remember what my love language is.
I don't feel hate. I just feel hatred.
A stone eats soap. Don't play with fire. Don't go drinking from the cabinets.
Don't go drinking from the cabinets.
Well, that too. I mean, there's a lot of alcohol stored in liquor cabinets. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I am very tired.
Mr. Sideboard, side me aboard. Bum 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 bum, make him
Bum,
the
bum, bum.
cutest and card or hook hand.
Bum bum bum. I don't know.
Please turn on your sandy hands, Mr. Sandman, man me a sand.
That too. Is anyone even alive?
I don't think so. I think we are the last 2 people alive in the known universe. I think everyone's dead. Like, everyone. I mean, fucking everyone has just fucking died. And we're the last ones.
Billy G's alive.
Oh, good. So the human race isn't completely doomed because you 2 can populate. I don't want to.
Yeah, what was I gonna say? Billy G's still alive. He's watching TV in the other room.
Why did I think you were gonna say porn? He hasn't even seen the sort who would. But just, no, he's just your good buddy there, eh? He's watching porn in the other room there, eh?
That's Alex.
Oh, is it Jolteon? It's a cat chicken.
It's a cat chicken. A cat chicken.
And where's the Hoogus? I saw a Gungifer. Where is... Why is it over there? Oh! I tripped over another friend. They're everywhere. They're molassing me. You know, like molasses. I don't know what a molass is. I think it's just American for like treacle or something.
Don't know either. To the Google.
Tess, your advice is making less sense than usual.
Molasses or black treacle is a viscous. It is basically treacle.
We inform, we entertain.
Oh, I inform, you entertain. I am not entertaining in the slightest, good sir.
I dispute this.
With what evidence?
Your face.
Oh! You're trying to say I have a horrible face that makes people laugh or run away from me?
Entirely the opposite. You have a pretty face, you wear it very well, and oh my god, your wedding dress looks gorgeous.
Yeah, not a ship.
And even to this day, sometimes I see outfits in shops and I'm like, you know what, that would look good on Wazzy.
Thank you.
Healthy platonic relationship.
Yeah.
I found the foot. Oh!
Please explain.
This place is called the Giant's Foot. That is all.
Okay. Fair enough. Also, relating back over to my fan region, or my freegion as I'm taking to calling it. Gym badges, right?
Yeah.
Des and I were having this discussion last night, I believe. Basically, I like the idea of having, like badges that work as, like, standalone pieces, but you could put, like, sort of like the idea of could put them all together, but they could also work as... I'm not explaining this well.
Basically, you know how the gym badges of Galar all fit together to form, like, one single disc? Well, we were thinking basically the opposite of that. Because, like, the Galar badges were clearly designed with the fitted together form, like, front and foremost. So the badges by themselves just look like random, like, jigsaw puzzle pieces. So basically what we were thinking is the opposite of that, where each badge looks like it could be its own standalone thing. It's just, you could also fit them all together like a big old tangram.
E.
And I like that idea too. And like that's something that I was hoping for over the years. And how do I get up?
It's a good question. I ask myself this question every morning.
Oh, what?
I feel like I should probably go to sleep. At the same time, I don't want to leave you with a dead stream.
Well, you know, only dead fish follow the oh my god, was it here the whole time? I didn't need to get up after all. I will get up, fall down from every tree, Get back my crown. Pam Rabbit was robbed. Ooh.
Who's Pam Rabbit?
From the Czech National
The Czech
Bank.
Republic.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Ooh, you can do the thing!
In hindsight, I should have used Mickey.
Misheard that horribly.
Oh no.
Just thinking, why would you want to use my sister?
Oh no. No, she has a boyfriend somehow? When did that, how does, okay, no, but who?
You're asking how?
Basically, because she's like Mr. Jesus lady. You know, people.
Yeah. Yeah, their relationship is a whole...
Their relationship
time.
is a whole.
Well, like, they were together just before my wedding, and then they had a little bit of a break, and then sometime, like, fairly recently-ish, they got back together?
Well, maybe she should. Maybe she should.
And I mean, they both met at the Christian University or the Bible College. So,
What about
really, they
the,
both believe the same thing.
What about the Gable College, where they don't have, or straight school, or Adam and Eve, not Florence and the Machine. Commentary.
Which is a thing I'm trying to do.
Same.
I am not good at this.
And you can clearly
Especially
tell I'm
since
out of
very
practice.
tired. I'm very, yeah. Well, I mean, you did record a video, so you're not too out of practice. It's just for streams, I don't know, I'm tired.
And I just don't have an excuse. Commence the twanging. Get bonked, madam. Not you with this Agron. Oh, she's a lady.
Uh-huh.
I seem to be one of very few people in the universe who thinks that Agron are very cute. I would, 10 out of 10, I would snuggle one.
I'm not sure about snuggle one personally, but they're cute.
You could, like, grab hold and, like, hold on to and hug like a pineapple and it'd be nice. You know, hold dragon gentle like hamburger.
Hugging a pineapple, okay.
Would you any different?
Well, I mean, now I'm just reminded of that conversation I had with Sis.
And wait, didn't Sis both win and come second in Hexvision recently?
Yes.
You know, with the song Don't Behave Yourself today. By
I
Clara
wasn't
Ding
planning
Dong.
to, but... Anywho. Yeah, that just reminded me of the conversation I had with Sis. It was just like, help, I'm a Victor Crone simp.
Oh,
I'm just sort of like... I'm just sort of like, well, I'm a Blast Canto simp, so I can't help you. And then she's just like, I'd want to simp Blast Canto, but he looks like a pineapple.
You can't just say that. Also, like, I don't like people, but Blaskato is very good looking.
Is! Thank you!
I dare
Cute.
say he's a better looking Marco Mangoni. Not that it's fair to compare, because it isn't.
Well, I mean, I'd agree, but...
That handshake meme where it's just Lozzie, Tess, agreeing that Blaskanto is handsome. And they're using memes, and memes used to be funny.
I came 10th with Bast in Hex Vision recently. Yeah.
And I didn't participate because I'm doing a leave of absence. I'm doing an order of pizza for dinner, except today's dinner was chicken goujons with carrots and potatoes that had like bacon and onion bits.
Lovely.
We usually have fish and chips on a Friday, but because my father was like, he's attending the body party, and by that I mean I don't actually remember, but I know he has to be somewhere, and I forget where and I forget why, but the point is he's not here, and so we had different food.
Okay.
Now, well, a female Eurovision artist who looks like she could quite happily beat the shit out of someone if she had permission to do so.
Now, what comes to my mind is Samantha Tina.
Girl boss, I like. Because that's the thing, and I feel like sort of there's not been much space in the universe for the opinion give of me at Samantha Tina, but like I really respect her as an artist. Like the whole if you've got something to say it to my face, like that was her stance and she fucking stood by it, and like good for her. And also I don't remember what her reaction was to the results of her not qualifying, but I seem to recall her being graceful about it, and also I enjoyed her performance. I don't think I had the chance to say that. And oh, am I legally allowed to enter this temple?
Yes. Maybe. I don't know. I'll be right back.
Do. And I must say, I'd heard that each sort of chapterette of the Crown Tundra had like names, and I didn't know how that worked, and it turns out that it's just some guy saying words and being like, yeah. Okay. Well, that's easy. Hey, Urias, you're already fully evolved, so could you, for 10 seconds, bear witness to the following? Well, I'm glad that it actually has the clue in full, because I would not have been able to infer that from the poorly written explanation that Mr. PP gave us. So I probably scrolled past it and not even seen it. Where do I keep the Everstones? Do I even have any? Okay, I have 7. I would sell them because I never have a use for them. Clearly this is a useful one. I did it.
LGBT Christians.
I'm saving the end of the world.
Sorry, I'm just looking at like Wikipedia and the categories that Blascanto comes under. LGBT Christians.
Good for him.
Bisexual men. Bisexual male actors. Bisexual musicians.
I'm not gonna do this yet.
Cool. Fun.
Bible discussion and study meeting. BDSM party. Ah!
Fun times were had by
some. And we'll be having fun in the sun. We will having a lot of fun. You know, Inspector Gadget. Inspector Gadget? But I hardly even know her.
Doodle-doo, Inspector Gadget. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Super Mario RPG. I think that game is overrated, by the way. Controversial
I've
opinion.
never played it.
Controversial opinion, I know, but like, I didn't particularly enjoy it. Like, it's okay. I just didn't massively enjoy it, and apparently that's an unacceptable opinion to have on the internet. So, welcome to Beverly Hills.
Well, I've never played it, so I can't really voice an opinion.
Okay.
End of thought.
Saitama. They have the they have the cool dragons, and I want to catch it in its baby form, but also I want the stream to continue to be interesting, so I'll leave them pee for now.
It's okay, I was about to head to bed, because I am sleepy.
That is okay. Self-care. Self-love, put it back on.
Like, this last week I've not been sleeping properly, because the first night I was over to visit Tess, the drug deal in the car park happened, and we were literally up until like 2 a.m. in the morning.
Do you want to tell the full version of that story? Because, like, I think we've only alluded to it so far, but I don't think you've actually said. Well, I mean, you told me, but like, you didn't say it on stream, I mean.
For all those that care, basically, this was just after the sports ball had finished. Philly G was going to get something out of his car, and then some guy was just sort of like, "Hey, do you smoke?" And Philly G was like, "No." And this guy was just like, "Hey, you should start smoking the marijuana juice." And then Philly G went back to the hotel, asked the receptionist if they had a phone to call the police, and so he rang the police, and then there was another person that he tried to ask about the weed, and this was a mother with 4 young children. So, like, most of the hotel was aware that this guy was doing drug dealings in the car park.
And then they stole his car or something, but like legally.
Yeah, they then did a breathalyzer test and a drugs test, I think, because they did the breathalyzer because they could, like, detect smell of alcohol as well. So, and then they seized his car. So yeah, we were up until like 2 o'clock in the morning because Philly G likes to be a nosy little so-and-so and wanted to know everything that was going on.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
I mean,
you know,
wasn't going to be able to.
nothing wrong with being vigilant in case you're like, oh, this criminal who owns drugs might try to eat my vehicle. So I think being a nosy so-and-so is justified in this situation.
Fair enough.
You got justification flying all over the place. It's just a flying.
Yeah, that's all well and good. I just felt like I needed to stay awake because I wasn't going to be able to sleep because I was worried that something might happen to Philly G, like if the guy was just like, hey, I spot this person spying on me, I'm going to fuck shit up.
And suddenly, voice acting out of nowhere. Yes, there they are! These are exactly what I was looking for! I knew my hypothesis was spot on! Wait, Tess, what the fresh fuck are you doing here? You don't stream anymore! What are you doing here? I keep asking myself the exact same question. If I'd known it was going to be this cold here, I would have thought things through a bit more. Well, good news, Hop hates his assignment too. And here I am, stuck in the Crown Tundra, trying to learn a bit more about a group of Pokémon. There's some Pokémon that prefer places where there are no people, you see. Pokémon that choose to live in isolation.
The Crown Tundra here is just the place for that sort of Pokemon. If my theory is correct, I think a certain trio of legendary Pokemon could be lurking somewhere within these lands, and it will be super swaggy. I'm sure my theory's not wrong. If you want some proof, look there. See those footprints?
No. Oh. 2%! Cobalion? Oh, Cobalion, Terrakion, and Verizon Internet Explorer.
And there's evidence like this scattered all over the place that'll lead us to them. If I can find more evidence and collect 100% of the data needed to track these legendary Pokemon, then I bet we could use my Pokemon Finder to figure out what habitats they're living in.
And I could steal them for my personal collection.
But this place is wicked cold and it's putting me in hibernation mode. Are you planning to stick around here for a while, Tess? Think you could try to spot more evidence like this and report to me when you find it? I'll reward you for your hard work, of course. I'll be waiting in that house there that has fuck all in it, so I can stay warm and cozy and maybe feel my fingers. So that I can grip a pen and write, of course, since I'll be working hard on my research. And not at all, dildo. You heard nothing?
So I'm guessing that's this DLC's version of the Diglett quest? I guess? Maybe?
There's more!
Apparently.
Hooray! I look forward to this. Also, like, Monday and Tuesday nights I was over at Tess's until quite late because we were having fun.
A lot of fun.
Not that kind of fun.
Oh. Wait, so you were doing the do in the hotel room?
Oh?
Vegetables.
We weren't doing the do in your house either.
Good, because you didn't stay the night at my house.
I mean, I could. I won't. And then, yeah. Basically, long story short, I have not slept well this last week.
Well, maybe you should.
I'm probably gonna go head to sleep. Hopefully more people join the stream soon. Hopefully we get another co-commentator.
I hope, but nobody loves me.
I do. Platonically, of course.
Healthy platonic relationship.
Hey. Anyway, if you're streaming on Sunday, I shall see you Sunday, but, yeah. Bye.
Okay. And then I was alone again, jiggity jig. But that's okay, because there is no one in the stream chat who's even watching, so it's fine. Anyway, so, to my knowledge, you, like, with the seeds that I've purchased, I think, like, essentially, the reason why the game is being so vague here is because you have a choice, I think, of which legendary Pokemon you want, and you can only have one. And that, as I mentioned earlier, there's Glastrier, or Glastria, or I'm not sure what the etymology of it is, so I'm just assuming it's some kind of French. The Ice-type horse Glastrier, and then the Ghost-type horse Spectrier, and you can use the Reins of Unity to sort of fuse them with Calyrex to become Calyrex riding a Pokemon. And essentially, if you grow the Shade Root Carrot, you get Spectrier, and if you grow the Ice Root Carrot, you get Glastrier, and that's basically it. And I intend to do the Shade Root Carrot here, so I can do the Ice Root Carrot in Shield. That's my plan. You can do the Samba. Wave here, wave there. Touch your toe and freeze. The Snamba. Now come to think of it, I mean, this is arbitrary because we don't know how far north Galar is, but the fact that it's cold in the south of Galar, even though White Hill Station also exists, implies that this is somehow in the southern hemisphere and also on the equator. Well, hey, it's not legal for them to do what they're doing with the whole, hey, we need a mascot. I don't know if the game wants me to read every single book. But hey, I think it will... I don't know how loud my chair is being, by the way. Or the fan, for that matter, but it is boiling in here. Worshipped. Anyway, I feel like the selling of shirts is probably going to assist in restoring the faith of the people. Oh, good. There's more Blevins. Ah, Calyrex, you're still here. But your human vessel is not. So what the fuck now? Where are you going? Fucking turnip head. So, I don't know if I had to go and plant the Shade Root carrot right away, or do I need to flirt with destiny a bit more? You need a back half, sir, madam. And we're back to this again. Oh, you could just sort of summon Dickens. Cool. Mler. How convenient.
Human child, we are able to find something out about my loyal steed.
Yay.
You say you found out about something that my loyal steed could not resist. It's been so long since we rode together that even I had completely forgotten. With this information, we may be able to lure my loyal steed to me yet, so tell me, what is it that my loyal steed would find so irresistible?
The Snow Samba. Carrots.
Oh, carrots, you say? Yes, I remember now. Even back when we were together, it would leave it any chance to eat some kind of crop. It took everything I had to restrain it. Looking back, the crop must have been carrots. I mean, you're dead, human child. What we must do now is clear. If we're able to find carrots somewhere, it should be but a trifle to lure my loyal steed back to me. I wonder, do any of the humans of the village grow carrots? If we could obtain even a single seed, I could grow a carrot from it myself.
Well, lucky for you.
By the stars! You say that you have carrot seeds? That strange bag contains the seeds of carrots? You humans never stop adapting and evolving. I'm constantly amazed by your ingenuity. And yet, the fields of the village simply won't do. They're not suited for growing carrots.
Minecraft begs to differ.
If we could find rich soil, I could use my powers to grow the crops we need. Now, where might we find soil suited for growing these crops in this tundra of mine?
I already know. Also over there, but that's no.
I see 2 spots that might suit our needs. One is a field covered in pristine snow.
And this is the one I'm actually going to go to. Oh, apparently there's an item that I missed. Cool. Unless this is pre-rendered.
Another spot is a field by gravestones, where those who moved on were laid to rest. Either of those locations should allow me to use my powers and grow the carrots we need. Please, I ask that you choose a field and plant those seeds.
Oh, okay. Hey, PP, how's your butt? Snort gar. Well, you're a useful conduit. So, I don't know where that was. Oh, thank you. And my TV just cut out again. It's like the 3rd time that's happened on this stream, but I don't think it's actually showed up on the stream, so it's fine. Oh, it's a child and the woman who's busy doing nothing. Yes, sing me a lot of sun. Sing me a lot of sun. Don't sing me a song, sing me the sun. So the game's kind of being really heavy-handed without just spelling it out for you. I see. I see. Well, yes, I've already made my decision, but don't worry, I will be making a point of doing an episode of S.H.I.E.L.D. where it's like, hey, hi-I-I-I-O, here's the cold one. We will crack open a boy with the cold one, but not until S.H.I.E.L.D. Ooh! Hoo-wee! How can you tell that that was the grassland? Do I need to just... Oh. So that they're kind of just in a sequence. You can sort of more or less see one from the previous. That's at least more helpful than the Diglett quest was. Is it gonna play that jingle every single time? Every jingle time? Which, like, I should be glad that I can barely hear it, but I think it's louder for you lovely people watching this stream. Haha! Psych, no one's watching this stream. Now, as for this, my interpretation of the clue is have a Pokemon that knows metal sound, which is oddly specific. I could be wrong, and I'm not going to worry about that too much until the next stream. So, that can wait. Now, where did I put those dead people? That's almost it, but not, because it's the other one. And a Mushy. I'm probably going to enjoy this DLC a lot more when I'm playing it on my own time, rather than... Oh, did I just miss like a whole slew of them? Furious, why are you slow? Oh damn, there's just a whole clunger of footprints. Now, I'm also hoping that in tracking these Pokemon down, Sonia just gives them to us for free, but somehow I don't think it would be quite that generous. It doesn't help as well that the sparkles of my bike and the rain all look vaguely similar to the footprints, so, yeah. I'm not even going out my way to look for them right now. He says going out of his way to look for them right now. Ooh, a mint. Those are apparently good for if you're competitive, but, I don't. Can I turn around? Thank you. I found 13 separate feet. 1, 3. 3 feet. Almost forgot where I was going there, because I'm so wrapped up in Sonia's foot fetish quest for the Nintendo 64. I'm glad I was finally able to catch a Stonjourner anyway, because I wanted one in this series, and I never actually encountered any where I was supposed to, so now I got one here instead. And I'm just hoping that, much like the Digletts, Okay, I tripped over a cup. Well, I'm not going to worry about synesthesia just yet. That being said, well, okay. Okay, because I've not caught one before, fine. Because I took the time in Shield to catch both an antique and a phony Sinistea, and it only took me 3, so I have 2 fakes and an antique. And I'm hoping that this one is authentic because I feel like those are less common. Because it's really hard to actually tell. Anyway, I know that Laura has an ice cube called Sarah, but I'm going to name this cup of tea after Sarah because there was that, like, VT that the BBC did with Sarah Alto and Suri, I think, and they had, like, watermelon tea or something together, and it was just generally nice vibes, and you are not the flavour I'm looking for. Oh, a Soothe Bell. Ah! Look at that little, fun little bastard face. I want a Dreepy, and I cannot be bothered catching a Dracloak and then breeding it. That's how dedicated I am to the poked decks. But yes, the Dreepy Dracloak Dragapult line is just so adorable. Would snuggle the pals. A fancy apple. A cauliflower. An apple and a cauliflower. It's a field. Yes, I'm going to bury them here and they will obtain the nutrients. Oh, you brought a dead man. That's nice.
I see you've reached one of the fields. If you plant the seeds in this field, shade root carrots will grow. It's been so long that my memory is hazy, but I believe that my loyal steed would often partake of this sort of vegetable. If shade root carrots were what my steed preferred, it must have been ghost type, wasn't it? It's most vexing that I quite conveniently can't recall. I suppose we will see. I will ask but once more. Are you sure this is the field in which you want to plant the seeds?
Yes, Daddy.
Very well, then I ask that you plant the seeds.
Dig, dig, dig. Grind, grind, pepper, pepper. Hooray! Pat, pat. Like, that's not us patting the soil down, that's just us condescendingly patting Calyrex on the head, and they're absolutely living for it.
Very good, good. You have an able hand for working with soil. Now then, it's time I did part. Let me show you my powers.
Time I did my part, not just, okay, you've planted the seeds, later, time I parted.
Crown now.
Oh my god, it's an Irish jig. Except we're in Scotland.
Crown round, grow now.
Quitty. And then suddenly, rumble, rumble, rumble. Poop! Doink! The carrot went doink.
You planted so many seeds, yet my powers can only get one to grow. To think I have fallen so low, it truly breaks my heart. But soon it will be my time to bid my sorrow farewell. Now, human child, I must ask that you pull that shadewood carrot free with all your might.
Okay. Now, here's a thought as well that I have had and am having. I believe with Calyrex, the way that these cutscenes are framed, 1, 2, and pull, we got the fruit. Hooray. Hooray! Oh, it's... that is a spooky shape. I'll give it credit there.
Well done, human child. That carrot will be the key to luring my loyal steed back to me. Now all I need are the Reins of Unity. They will amplify my power, letting me ride my loyal steed with ease. But I doubt I shall ever get another set from the humans in the village.
Horse. Hans. Or shade. Shade! Oh, because shade and... yeah, okay, and nay.
What? Spectre, my loyal steed, is it truly you? Glossy black pelt, that rough, violent gallop. It's not changed from the day we first met. Oh, how this brings back memories.
Shrrrr, shrrrr.
It's my belief that while my steed picked up on the scent of the carrot, it could not determine where the scent was coming from. Judging from the direction it ran off in, it must be heading to the village in an attempt to pillage carrots there. If that's true, then Freezington is in danger. Human child, we must make haste.
Oh, okay. I will run pantry beams into the ground, apparently. So, yes, the way that the cutscenes are framed whenever Calyrex speaks, like, we know that Calyrex's voice and words specifically, you're a cup, are coming out of Peony's mouth. And also, actually, that wild Sinistea just reminded me. I want to check if the one that I have is one or t'other. It's A to Z. Now, the camera focuses on Calyrex, whenever they speak, even though the, hang on. Motion. Pause. Okay, so the one we got was a fake. How do I know? Because this one is the real thing. I'm pointing at the screen like you can see. This one has an authentic maker's mark in the bottom middle of the underside, and that Pokédex description is not the description that we got just now. We got this Pokédex description, which suggests that this one is the model of the one that we just got. And if it shows its motion, you'll see that there is no maker's mark on its underside, so we know that it's a fake as opposed to a genuine antique. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Anyway, what I'm getting at is, the camera keeps focusing on Calyrex whenever Calyrex speaks, even though Calyrex is speaking through using Peony as a conduit. To my knowledge, that is acceptable, good-mannered, practice for when, if you're speaking to someone by way of an interpreter. If you say something, and then the interpreter translates for you, so the other person can understand you, and then they say something, and the interpreter translates it back so you can understand it. They're that whole situation. To my knowledge, it's considered good manners to make eye contact as if the person you're speaking to is the one speaking and not the translator, which, like, as someone who's good with languages and with crippling social anxiety, I feel like that would be rude, because, like, the interpreter is the one who's doing all the difficult stuff of translating, and also they're the one speaking, so surely you should, you know, give them eye contact as appropriate. But, as I understand it, no, you're supposed to pretend that the interpreter isn't even there, and only ever, like, make eye contact with the person who's being interpreted as if they're the ones talking. And the camera work, whenever Calyrex speaks through Peony, seems to reflect this, and I feel like that's a detail that's going to go massively underappreciated by most people. So, once again, thank you for TEDing my talk. Not that anyone actually is, mind you, but, you know. Also, we're like halfway there to getting Verizon, which, funnily enough, Virizion was also the first non-Alola legendary that I caught using the Ultra Warp ride in Ultra Moon. They really overuse the word Ultra in those games, by the way. Just throwing that one out there. Meanwhile, in town, which I'm going to save first because I made so much progress with the footprint collecting. So what's going on over here? If indeed I think it's a Haunce! Rabble, rabble, rabble. That seems like an acceptable one. Wait, My Little Pony. So, fun fact, when I first saw, because I mentioned earlier my fondness for Sporkle quizzes, basically the way that I got back into Pokemon was by way of taking Sporkle quizzes to see how many of Generation 8 I could actually name. And this was before I knew much about Generation 7, and I'd forgotten a lot about Gen 6. And this was before any of the DLCs came out. Okay. And in... oh, well, I know that Bash is powerful move because I used it in Ultra Moon. So, the quiz that I used, they would frequently update. Well, say frequently. They updated it to include Kubfu and Urshifu when the Isle of Armor came out, and then later on, when the Crown Tundra was confirmed, they added Calyrex, and I think that was it for a while, and then they added in Regieleki, Regidrago, and the horses, and that's how I found out about Glestria and Spectria in the first place. And so when I went to Bulbapedia to look up what the hell these new Pokemon even look like, I could swear the artwork they had was just like either fan art or a screenshot of like a bad render of them, because it looked like the artwork you'd see on DeviantArt drawn by an inexperienced artist. I don't want to talk down, but I mean specifically an artist who clearly is not experienced, because like it looked very amateurish. They have since replaced it with Sugimori art, which is the standard, but at the time, so my first impression of Spectre is, wow, it's fan art of My Little Pony. Anyway, when do I get the Galarica crown so Caesar can finally evolve? When's it happening, fam? Brr, brr. This horse is actually a phone. Yes, Calyrex, I've befriended your child, and by that I mean I've beaten the shit out of your horse. Same difference. Brrrk. And you're off. Eee! Are you going to possess the woman? Crown. Stop that. You have been stopped. You don't have ankles. Well, actually, I think, if anything, it doesn't have feet, because horses are unguligrade, meaning that they walk on their nails, as opposed to their... Because basically, there's generally three types of walking. There's plantigrade, which is what humans are, amongst others, where you plant your entire foot down when you walk. There's digitigrade, which is like most animals, they walk on their toes. And then there's unguligrade, which is like most like horses and that sort of thing, and they walk on their nails. Cool, that's exactly what we need to make the Reins of Unity, so it's fine. Anyway, so the fact that Spectre has like visible bottoms of feet, but nothing where the ankles should be, that's actually its feet. So it has nails but no feet, is the short version. You can thank me by making the Reins of Rain. Yes, please do that. Oh, good. Everyone's forgotten everything. Well, you're entirely welcome for being completely useless at everything. Like, you would have thought that by now, someone would have cottoned on to, hey, maybe the fairy tales aren't fucking fairy tales. God. Well, we're making the cute boy happy, so I can't complain all that much. Ah, that classic stream standby thing of, I have a lot to say, and then I say it all, and then I have nothing else to say. Furious, how are your boobs? Still doing well, I see. Cool.
Cool, because it's a nice type.
Alright, Calyrex, fill me in. What are the deets and the haps and so on?
You have my thanks for protecting the village, human child. Were I at my full power, I could have tamed the steed and regained its loyalty. But weakened as I am now, the most I could do was influence its will and make it depart. If only I had the Reins of Unity. At the moment, all I have is the Reins of CryEngine, and you've played Sonic Boom, you know that's not a very good system.
We need a flower. My phone just vibrated at me.
What's that? We can make a set of reins with a mane hair for my loyal steed. And a flower that I can grow. Why don't I know this? This seems like something I should just know. A flower, yes, but of course, I had assumed the humans stopped making the Reins of Unity because they had lost their faith in me. But it's because I lost the power to grow the material needed.
If anything, it seems like a mutual thing. Like, they stopped making it, so you lost your power to make them be able to make it.
I spent far too long holding my misguided assumptions, it seems.
You're the victim here!
It's been many centuries since I was able to grow a radiant flower. Doing so drains much of my power. But for whatever reason, a fraction of my power seems to have returned to me just now, quite conveniently. There's only one thing to be done. Let the radiant flower bloom.
But is it a glow bloom, or whatever the fuck they're called in Pokemon Snap? Crowdus bloomus, and it's a fucking petal.
Take this, human child.
Cool, we get to do Mina's trial from Ultra Moon again. It's something. Now, clearly, it's going to be a pay-to-win thing where you need to pay in-game real-world money to get all the petals now, or wait a week for each new petal.
Pant. It shames me to admit it, but a whole flower is beyond me right now. I do not know if that petal will be enough, but I still must ask you to use it to try to create the Reins of Unity. The descendants of the family who once made the reins for me should still live in the village. I put my hopes on you, human child.
So it's either going to be the mayor, because he literally said that was his thing, or the old lady who lives in a raft, and that is to say you. Okay, cool. Can I befriend your child? And by your child, I of course actually mean your Pokemon, because humans, by and large, are awful. And all of Calyrex's voicing has really done a number on my throat. So pardon me, I'm going to drink more of that tainted lemonade water. I need a favor. Give me bees. And by that I mean rains. Rain on me, like Ariana and or Grandad. Grandad! I was trying to say Grande and Grandad at the same time. Ariana Grandad, okay. Hooey, we've got a petal. Yeah, damn right, I've turned up, imposed myself on your culture, and have insisted that you revert to your old ways specifically to entertain me. This whole thing is an allegory for colonialism, even though it's just Scotland. Well, to be fair, Scotland was kind of colonialized, but in ancient... I don't know ancient history. I don't care about studying history. Anyway. Bring the village back to life. Let the bodies hit the floor. Wurr. Harumph. And it's going to have not worked, but him trying at all will have given Calyrex enough power to make a flower. Yeah. The fact is, you tried. Peony, what secrets do you hold? Oh. Well, the solution is just don't shower. Just do the Bear Grylls thing of just rubbing snow into your body. The mayor tried and failed! Oh wait, yeah, because he's like a guy. A mountaineer man. And then he just weaves them together. Wait, hang on a minute. You have a song that most likely has the instructions in it, but you're going to tell me you don't remember the instructions even though you know the song? These people are dumb as shit. Just the one, though. Cool. I wonder if they... Well, we'll find out when I get here in Shield. Do they look different depending on whether they're made with black hair or ice hair? Well, there you go. All you had to do was use mountaineering skills to make an rope. Oh, I just realised as well. Like, his daughter introduced herself as Nia, but it's short for Peonia. Oh. See, I'd forgotten that we already knew her name, and we just sort of extended it out into Peonia, shortened it to Nia. E. Anyway. Isn't that just smashing? Take your pumpkins elsewhere, sir. Technically, yes, but we don't know that yet. Calyrex, are you going to beckon me over to your hole again? Oh. Well, first, here's Peony. Are you going to be interrupted? Yep, there we go. Hi. You have the best comedic timing.
Human child, were you able to make the Reins of Unity?
Well, actually, this guy did, but sure.
Indeed, this man has done so much to aid me, I do hope I can repay him sometime. I have some good news of my own. I was finally able to track down my loyal steed. Spectre is making its home in the Crown Shrine. It is a place where my loyal steed and I spend much time together. I'd been avoiding the place, as I feared I would get trapped in mine own nostalgia. Why has my loyal steed made the shrine its home? Is it reminiscing about our time together? No, it can't be. The Crown Shrine stands majestically atop the mountain to the north.
The north? We came from the north! There is no north! Oh wait, the Max Lair. Oh yeah, never mind.
Bring the carrot and the Reins of Unity and meet me there. I shall hasten there now, but you may come when you feel you are ready. I'm counting on you, child.
Well, I appreciate that it used the phrase mine own correctly, because in early modern English, which is what most people think of when they hear the phrase Old English, but Old English is actually an entirely different language. Like, it's much, much, much older than early modern English. Shakespearean English, aka early modern English, as well as having the whole thee-thou situation, which, although Calyrex hasn't been conjugating that way, it could well be that he's referring to be as you as opposed to thou, because much like in modern-day French, German, Italian, etc., using you, which was originally a second-person plural, to refer to a singular person, is one way of showing deference and honour, whereas using thou, thee, thy, etc. is just you singular, not showing particular deference. So it could well be that Calyrex is speaking in early modern English, but showing respect from me by calling me you rather than thou. Either way, it's like you would say my something if the something begins with a consonant, and mine something, like mine own or mine eyes, if it begins with a vowel. And that's yet another something that people don't seem to get about early modern English. Just full of misunderstandings. Anyway, where the helps am I going? Do I need to take a different... I need to take a different... Why can I... All of these are all right next to each other. Okay, how do I get there? I need to take a different north. Well, that was in no way evident, but now it is. So we'll just head back down to Freezington and out the other side. And I need to be good at direction, so I know which way to go. And I do intend to camp with my Pokémon at some point during this stream as well. This stream, he says, with something that sounds quite a lot like implied air quotes. Well, I'm enjoying myself. I would ask if you lovely people are, but no one's watching. And this comes up all the time, and I get really salty about it, and it's a baby! I'm honestly surprised. I was thinking this in when I was playing Ultra Moon as well. I'm surprised that in all the changes they've made to Pokemon over the years, they've not ever, like, reconsolidated the Nidorans back into one Pokemon. Like, I know that if they were to say, oh, Nidoran is actually one Pokemon, then that would, like, fuck up the national dex numbers. So I understand them doing that, but, like, the fact that they keep the gender symbol in their name, even now, I don't know. Like, I don't know, I thought they'd, like, change the name or something to justify them being separate. I don't know. Anyway, have we ever had twins of different genders at Eurovision before? I think we already have an Alfred and an Amaya, so I can't really go down that road. Ah, Monica Linkita and Vidas Baumila. I may have named someone after them already, I don't remember. But you know that if I catch a male one, I'm going to call it Vidas. So that's that at least. But as I recall, in Generation 7, they had the gender symbol in their display name, but not on the... So, like the gender symbol was contained entirely within their displayed name and not in the icon next to it that displays what their gender is. So the fact that they've changed that, at least, seems to suggest that there is a general motion towards masculine, to consolidating them into slightly more one entity. But I don't know. I'm hypothesizing. A Salamence! Oh! Well, that was a bit of an overreaction on my part, but hey, Urius is ice type. This is dragon flying. It is quad week. Let us bring major change. I look like a dragon. And hey, we have a Maractus present. Maractus has one of, if not the favourite Pokemon cry of my entire personal opinion. Oh good, everyone's intimidating everyone, so we're all a little bit uneasy. Welcome to 2021, fam, you're not special. Right then, max hailstorm. 140, hell yes. Bring the coldy freeze, really cold, okay. In the meantime, I'm going to drink some more water. And then I got slightly smacked in the lips by a teabag, which is acceptable behaviour. And I'm going to check my notifications while I wait for the entire... Oh? Wait, why has... Oh! Okay. My employer, or actually the brand account for the company I work for specifically, has started following me on social media. Okay. Well, I suppose that's a sign I'm doing a good job. But the real question is, when are they going to start following me on Twitch? They're not going to because they don't have one. Because what would they stream? Hot air balloons? They have Facebook Live for that. You know, that Solrock is absolutely going to die. Because it has 1 HP, and it's hailing because ice! That was me burping. So that's something that's crazy. In the Dutch language, if they have IJ starting a word, then they'll capitalize both of them. Like in the name of the country Iceland, it looks silly in my opinion, but that's because it's part of a culture I did not grow up in. Anyway, I do find it to be ever so slightly bunk that when you have an attack that hits multiple times, it only counts for one notch on the time-wasting shield barrier thing. I have sadnesses, and it's 12. Actually, it's 10:30 in the evening, but you don't know that. Well, now you do. Well, now you can. Anyway, I don't know how much longer the Calyrex side story goes on for, but I feel like maybe it's gonna wrap up soon, involving me capturing Spectrier, and then I get both. And when that happens, I will end the stream, and then next time we'll do the Reggies, and I don't know exactly what this DLC involves, but hey, that didn't stop me doing the Isle of Armor. Anyway, the Sol Rock lives yet. Now have some more Coldy Freeze. And in hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have used this, Okay, I was worried it was going to do another barrier situation. I'm slightly concerned that maybe... because when it goes into... It basically nerfs the damage that you do when it gets down to a certain level. And, like, when its HP gets to that level, it's decided, hey, I'm going to use the barrier shields and waste your time forever. Well, what am I trying to say? If it's 1 HP away from summoning those shields, it doesn't matter if you do 1 HP or 10,000, it will just automatically stop there, and that's the biggest load of coal. There's a part of me thinking, hey, I could have used Boris for this battle. No, I couldn't. Boris lives in Pokemon Shield. You know, my silver tips hat, Masylveon. But yeah, the general thing is, regular attacks, when a Pokemon is in this state, take away 1 of the barriers, and Dynamax moves take away 2 of the barrier. Well, it's not really worth using powerful moves when it's in the barrier state, because the most powerful of regular moves still only takes away 1 notch, and the weakest Dynamax move always takes away 2 notches. So, you know, it does do a little bit of extra damage in the back. Like, sometimes, if it's effective enough, it does pass through the barrier and do some extra damage to the HP bar, whilst also taking a notch of the damage. The barrier meter down. But it's never enough. Anyway, can y'all please stop dying? I don't want to have wasted the 0 viewers' time. I want to steal the Salamence, and basically, as long as nobody dies between now and Eurus making his next move, we will have this all sewn up in a little paper bag. Because, yeah, in case you weren't aware, if 4 Pokemon faint, that's it, you get booted out of the den. So, if memory serves, Blizzard has 100% accuracy at hail, and it's hailing, so... Thank you. Blow them! You got blown, but coldly. Have some chili woos. You know, some chili woos. I will catch you, and it will be crundulous. And I can be thinking about names. So who is the most dragony person who have done Eurovision whilst also being female? Well, I named someone after Amy Banks earlier from Junior Eurovision, and now I think I'm going to name this one after Amy McDonald, and you'll be like, but Tess, she never did Eurovision. No, but she did the Germany low-budget replacement thing. So, yeah, you're named after Amy McDonald now, and she competed with the song Statues. So, there you go. Oh, God, we're still finding bits of Viridian. I'm getting hair in my face. Because I have long hair, and the fan in my room is going, and I don't know if you can hear that. You probably might. You probably might. Ugh. Give me the rare berries I will never use for anything other than cooking. Well, actually, cooking is a good excuse to use berries, so never mind. I just want to wrap up this story arc. Well, I'm not, like, wishing it to be over. I'm not, like, wishing ill on the stream. I was heading this way, I believe. I'm going this way! I saw feet! Hooray! See, that's something else that I'm gonna, like, much like with the Digletts, I'm going to want to do it on stream, and then worry that I'm being boring when I do it on stream. So I'll just sort of munch on these footsteps as I cruntinges. Was that something? That was something. They don't even look like footprints, they're just random dots. Wow, it's almost like that's what feet look like. You there! Oh, you're a what trader? Okay. Show me what you got. That's a weird number and items I have no need for. Oh, you sell dust balls. I'm running low on those. Huh. Nothing I have particular want for, but I could get 920 dust balls. I'm not going to, but I will get 39, why not? Just to keep me topped off. Now, where actually is the person who weaves Galarica crowns? Because I want Caesar to be able to evolve. It's his character arc. It's been his destiny from the word beginning. The word beginning, mind you. What are you? Oh, you're a Beldum. You have obscenely low catch rates, so I'll just let you live for the time being, because I'm streaming. You know, for the longest time as a youth, I had trouble identifying whether Metang evolved into Metagross, or vice versa. But in hindsight, kind of obvious, if only because of the number of legs. Ah, Wild Frostlass, who would have guessed? Still very shooketh that there are fossil Pokemon that are just living and vibing here. Like,
You're supposed to be dead. The dead shall rise. Ah!
oh, Delibird. Guinea Pig Bridge, but Delibird exist. Honestly, Sonic Run. To be fair, Mario Jump. Actually, Crash Bandicoot fuck, in the words of Tumblr. I'm sorry, Crash Bandicoot does what now? Since I'm here, even though this is going to be the focus of the next stream and not this one, and yet here I am, I can't get down from here. Oh well, I was going to nip down to the... Oh! Hi. I was going to nip down and see if I could open the ice shrine, but I don't think I can get there from here, so I'll worry about that next. Well, I'd say next week, maybe on Sunday, because for the fempty blelpth time, America, Sunday is the last day of the week, not the first! Do I have a Snom? Did I ever actually catch one? I didn't! Well, this is a good time for all involved. Get in and or around my balls. You know, like get in my belly, but not that. Yay. And if memory serves, my whole plan was catch a Pincurchin, name it Snom. Catch a Snom, name it Pincurchin. So that's what I will do. Once again, defying the convention of naming them after Eurovision people, but no one's watching, so no one's here to stop me casting my mischief every which way. And fun story as well. Apparently, Snom only evolves with high happiness, which is an odd stipulation, but sure. Why not? The moth must love you. Tunnel to the top. Oh my god, there's Zubats. It's like all the stereotypes. Bang on! Well, I already have a Salamence, so you're no use to me. What the hell are you? Oh, Carbink. I could have sworn that Carbink was pink, and obviously having played more of, well, honestly more of Gen 7, but, you know, I've been corrected on that. It's just, for many years, I could have sworn. And, you know, maybe I'm mixing up with Diancie. Because, like, why the fuck shouldn't they be related? Because they look similar, but, you know, it's I am very lost, and I know I'm going in approximately the right direction because I have not been turned around at any point. Although, that being said, so I went to Shrewsbury with Europscaloate and her husband earlier this week, and Wild Frostmoth, yeah! And there was a point where we went into a a sharping mall, or whatever you might call it. What the hell was that? Oh, it's just elements. Sure, you can just exist out here. And we entered at street level. Then we went down an escalator to the middle floor of the complex. And then we went down an escalator to the lowest floor of the complex. And then we went to the exit. And the exit was like this sort of hub kind of thing, where there was an exit that led to street level that you had to go down an escalator to get to. How the fresh hell does that work? Oh, there's tree. I could composite those in post for whatever purpose I may need. I will probably not need. That might make a good thumbnail, though. That's why I do this. Because, to reiterate, I'm playing this blind. I don't know what good thumbnail material might be, and it's rather difficult to get good quality thumbnails by screen capping the VOD of the stream in post. So, that's why I screenshot live where I can. At some point, I should go through all of my TMs and whatnot and see if there's anything worth giving to my team. Urius, you keep getting stuck on everything, you adorable sack of cream. Did you mean men? Okay, I shouldn't have gone there. Okay, we're here. We've arrived. We have made camp. We have become camp. And actually, at the mention of camp, sure, let's have food. And see if I've learned anything from my time in S.H.I.E.L.D. and see if I can make a good curry. Says, how are your boobs? Do you even have nipples? I mean, you look sort of mammalian. Aww. Well, go play then. Go and play. Awoo. You can't just say a woo when there's an obstagoon right there. Jeremy! Jeremy, where the... What? Okay, bye. Now, I've learned that the general trick is, if you camp in places where the camera is in a fixed position, like you don't have free reign over moving the camera. Jeremy, you're a handsome boy. I love you. He's just like, yeah, you do. What have you seen, Mickey? Nothing? Okay. I don't know if here necessarily counts, because I don't know if there are any wild Pokemon here at all. But if you camp and make curry in somewhere with a fixed camera, then those are the places where you might attract a wild Pokemon that will then join your team. So, okay. So the beans have a mild flavour, so clearly we need to do the opposite of that. Which I suppose would be bitter, so fine. I'm gonna throw a couple of habans. I want to be a polar bear. I've already forgotten what flavour they are. Sure, have some Moranga. Key. Have 3, why not? Sour, no. Bitter. Because in my experience, you just need to use like using a lot of rare berries is a sort of it's a way of fast tracking yourself into being more likely to get like Charizard rank stuff. At least that was my experience in S.H.I.E.L.D. It is possible to get Charizard rank curries when cooking alone. It's just harder, I suppose. Now, what I've never known is when the sparkles appear from the top of the pot, is that to show that the fire's at the right level or that you're fanning at the right speed? I'm just going to carry on at this speed and just hope that it's a sign from above. Yeah. Well, this looks promising anyway. Can I get my first ever Charizard rank curry in Sword on stream? Because I've managed it in S.H.I.E.L.D., but I wasn't recording that, I was playing it on my own time, so it's my word against yours, and you don't know anything. I might be lying. I'm not, but I might be. And you can't prove either way, so have my heart. And for once, I didn't ever so slightly preempt it. And now that there's no one here to prove otherwise, have I made the perfect bean curry. You know, me and the boys at 10:45 PM looking for beans. Well, it is glittering, which is usually a good sign.
Beans.
Charizard class is usually pinker than that.
It was so close. I don't know what I did wrong.
Well, whatever. Hey, Greta. Look at that smile. Winner of 1,000 hearts. Owner of a broken discus, etc. Jeremy, where have you been? You know something I don't. Look at that smug little face. You're precious and I love you and I would die for all of you at any time for any reason. Also, at some point I need to check in with the guy outside Motorstoke so I can actually get more than one type of ball. But now's not the time. I think if you play with a Pokemon, that actually enhances the EXP they get from it. So that's something to consider. Anyway, Calyrex.
What it do? What's the biz? I've been waiting, human child. I watched you make curry without me. I'm hurt. Spectre must think me helpless now that I have lost my powers. It taunts me by making this place its own dwelling. Ah, I see you have indeed brought me the Reins of Unity. You have my thanks, child.
You're welcome.
The feeling of holding these again. The color, the way they shine in the light. Oh, how this brings back memories. Spectre is a very proud Pokemon. One might even call it arrogant. It will not accept me as its master again unless I'm able to prove that my power outweighs its own. I will use the Reins of Unity to pour my power into the very body of my loyal steed. That should convince it that I am indeed still deserving of its loyalty.
Except it's not going to work, it's going to backfire, it's going to possess you, and then I'm going to have to fight you in your fused form.
Now, human child, in order to lure my loyal steed to me, place the Shade Root Carrot into the basket near where Spectre has made its bed.
Okay. Have an carrot. It looks luscious. I mean, it probably tastes quite nice, though, because, like, carrots, I'm sure, used to be weird colours like that.
The time has come, human child, but you have successfully defeated my little steed once already. It will not willingly approach anyone it considers to be a threat. We must hide and wait for it to appear.
Oh, okay. Pictured here, us hiding. Is this a black screen, or has my Elgato failed me again? Okay, everything's fine. Wow, what a convincing hiding place. You're definitely fooling everyone. And yet, because of course it worked, look at that horse with no feet. Clippity-cloppity, fancy-looking hair. Yeah, no. Rein it in, fam. Oh yeah, I sort of forgot that Peony was here, being like, shit, everything's poopy. Fusion, I mean, it's not technically fusion, it's just, like, I'm fairly sure you can combine them the way you can combine, like, Solgaleo or Lunala with Necrozma, and that's kind of what this is. Did it work? Do you have the power? The power of voodoo? Or indeed doo-doo? Or perhaps ghost? Is it a fight? Do I have to capture you? Because I will. I will do whatever it takes. I will do whoever it takes to capture your ass. Don't you mean whatever it takes? Yeah, I guess I'll do that too. Hi, Peony. So, how's it going? Like, Peony, were you able to understand it this whole time? We can't understand you. Oh. Oh. I got no idea what you're saying, but it somehow makes sense. The comedy value of this entire story.
Human child, thanks to your efforts I have been reunited with my loyal steed. and now I'm finally at my full power. I was convinced that the people no longer believed in me, and that I had also lost my loyal steed. I was trapped in the throes of deep loneliness, but you saved me. There are truly no words with which to fully express my gratitude to you. So, I have a suggestion. If you're able to catch me, even with my powers restored, it will prove your worth beyond any doubt, and I will lend you my strength on your journey. Once you've readied yourself, come and face me. But first, I should get this man back to where I found him. It'd be no good to let him freeze out in this frigid clime.
Okay, bye. T-pose to assert dominance. Okay, well, naturally we should save first, just in case I accidentally do a murder of pizza for dinner.
Crone.
Yes. Crow 1. Believe in it and sing it all day long. Crow 2, don't let him in, you'll have to kick him out again. Hi. We are already friends. I wonder if this has, like, any special, like, meaning? Like, well, I'd say you know what I mean. I explained it terribly. You don't know what I mean. 80! Okay. Oh, yes. Apparently as one, which... There's actually two different as ones, and one is this one, and the other is the equivalent for Calyrex riding Glassclear. Anyway. Yeah, no, I've completely forgotten what I was saying, and now no one will ever know because I explained it terribly. Okay. Oh yeah, if, and by if I mean when, I do collect this Pokemon in a ball. Astral Barrage! Okay, sure. Don't die, please. Oh! Thank you, Urias. You are just the goat when it comes to toughing it out. If and when I capture Calyrex, will it start from a non-zero level of happiness? Because there are some Pokemon that start with, like, a neutral level of happiness. For some reason, Bunnery starts at 0 happiness, or like, whatever the lowest possible is. Yeah, Max Potion. There's plenty of them, and we're comparatively wealthy. Because I don't want to switch out to a Pokemon that might do more damage. Because I've spoken my piece about tapping cherries lately, and... Okay, good. I was sort of hoping that maybe, like, Astral Shitstorm would require a turn to recharge or something, but okay, let's just go back into the bag because menus. Just give it a little spooky dooky doo.
Oh, Psychic! Don't die! Oh no!
Is it really gonna be one of these battles? Oh! Okay. On second thoughts, Urias, you're free to die at your leisure. Thank you. Now, it's nearly 11 PM in real-world time, which says to me that Dusk Ball should be fine. I bet it somehow won't be, but we can but try. What? No critical capture? You scrungus. It probably would have been good if I'd used, like, at least one Ice-type move to try and get a freeze on it, because goodness knows I won't be able to get a freeze on Glassclear when I have to go and capture that. And I find it endearing, diegetically, that Calyrex is personally familiar with the concept and significance of capturing Pokemon in Pokeballs. And that's specifically what's being consented to here. Grimnay. Well, part of me's thinking, yes, I should send out Cesar, because he's my weakest one. But, like, actually, if I end up getting experience for capture, which I should, there's no reason why I wouldn't, I would want Cesar to get that experience because I want him to obtain more levels. And I think I shall switch to Ultra Balls on the off chance that somehow the Dusk Ball strategy is balked in some way. I don't know. There's no reason why it served me well in the past. Oh? Oh? Oh, Peter! And once again, I'm aware that because there's a delay between what I'm seeing on the TV and what the Elgato picks up and puts out on the stream, I'm reacting to failure to catch before said failure actually happens. I think at this point it's just a question of keep spamming balls until I get a critical capture and hope for the best. Astral Barrage. What a thump. Ah! The power of Grim Nay. And I believe the ability as one, even actually technically it's two different abilities, because the Glestray version counts as a separate ability, but anyway. I believe it actually stems from a Japanese expression that translates as horse and rider as one, and I know that there is like more culture to it than that, but I don't remember the specifics, because it's not something I was officially taught, it's something that I learned on my own time. We did it. Thank you, Mickey, you are best boy. So, I don't know, if you're interested in such things, look them up on your own behalf. That's a lot of salad. And somehow says I was the only one who didn't, well, Greta didn't level up either. Well then. Yeehaw. So, Shadow Rider as opposed to Ice Rider, Frost Rider, I don't fucking know. I want to name you after Louis from Beastars, but I'm worried that if I do that, it'll apply to Spectre as well. Plus, you already have a name, so, yeah. You're mine now.
Human child. No, I should refer to you by your name now. Tess. I look forward to what adventures we might have together.
That's sweet. Hey, PP, how you doing? Yes, it's definitely real. Well, you're welcome. So I guess I should go home? Well, Freezington. Okay, so that's the game saying, yes, go back to Freezington. Fine, if I must. Hey, we can actually fly back to the shrine. That's good, because maybe I have more business up there. You don't know my life. Mickey! Wait. Could have sworn I said fly to Freezington. Ah, there's a peddler there. In case I needed a bike. Because clearly that's the joke being made. Anyway, I will check in here. Check in with my checkout staff. Which I needed to do this anyway. And there's a couple of little background fringe details I want to deal with too. Okay, so those are things to deal with in future streams. Why are you also hung up on the thing on its head? I did it. Cool beans. Well, in the next stream, we will deal with the giants, I guess. In the meantime, though, before I wrap things up all the way, well, for one thing, I want Mickey in the lead because he's a good bean. Scissor, why aren't you holding anything? Oh, good. Discord just randomly rebooted, and now I don't know if the stream is intact. Did everything die? Is it... Oh? Wait. No, that was probably just me. Unless it's not. Discord, why did you do that? I did not give you permission. Well, that was slightly concerning. But the stream appears to still be existing, so that's fine. I mean, I was going to wrap up soon anyway, but, you know, it's whatever. Right. So for the time being, I'm going to head over to the Isle of Armor, which, wow, you actually can jump straight like that. Okay, so first of all, I know y'all are probably super sick of this, but I did see a Diglett in the previous stream that I missed. So I'm going to go and grab that at least, and like, part of me's thinking that since I'm here, I might as well wrap it up because I've successfully wrapped it up in Shield, and I helped Yobscalawate do it in her Shield as well, but there's one that's here somewhere. I saw it. I know I saw it. Hello, Mickey, you are best boy. Here it is. Digging! Damn right I did. Okay, bearing in mind there's not very many left, and I'm about to wrap up anyway. You know, I will make my excuses, and fuck all y'all, there's no one here to complain anyway, so sure. So, Soothing Wetlands, there are a fuck ton there. Challenge Beach, and the Trading Lowlands, and, there's the seas as well. We're most of the way there, though, and that's what counts. So we might as well at least get... I'll tell you what. I'll get the 10 that are here in the wetlands. And then in the next stream, during the cool down, the post-Streamax refractory period. Hello, Boofaland. Please don't attack me. I've been doing plenty of work photographing you in Pokemon Snapple. Hi, Mickey. You look enthusiastic. Now, incidentally, if for whatever reason you're watching the stream at all, and you feel like you would benefit from advice when it comes to looking for Alolan Digletts on the Isle of Armor, look near flower patches and near things, like near objects and the like, because if you're missing one, odds are decent that it's just blended in with a background detail such as the flower patches or all of that business. So, there's a Licky. I want to say to evolve a Lickitung into Licky, it has to just level up knowing rollout, and there isn't really a set level apart from the level at which it learns that move. And I do wish there's a slightly more thorough way of investigating, but you can only really just bluff it till you muff it. Which reminds me. The other week, I went up in a hot air balloon as part of my job, and on the way back home, my boss just happened to casually mention a phenomenon known as Mufti Day, and I said to her, is that just like a random bullshit word you've made up out of nowhere, or is that an actual thing? And it turns out that's just what the locals call non-uniform days at like primary schools and the like. Like, oh, okay, that doesn't sound fucking stupid at all. No offense, it's just I had never heard that before in my life, and you can imagine how it sounds to someone who has never heard it before in his life. I sure am making some progress on this thing I said I'd be making progress on, while my hair continues to be blown into my face by the fan. Yeah, I know that you're here because I've found you on other faves. Versions of the game. That was not difficult to say. And there are 10, we should be tripping over them. Why amn't I? Yeah. And other type noises. Is it annoying that I feel it necessary to fill every second of dead air with commentary? Because that's simply the way I was raised to Let's Play and similar. And the thing is, especially in like general commentary, so not just like on the internet, but just generally jobs that involve commentating, typically there are times where one just has to pull it back a bit and just, let the air breathe, as it were, give the air some breathing room. So I'm sure it is perfectly acceptable for me to shut the fuck up every now and then. And yet here I am, prattling on like I do. I'm so glad I chose to have Mickey following me around for this, because it's just this extra little shot of cuteness that keeps appearing on screen every now and then. And at some point I'm gonna have to pause to take my headphones off. Ah! You know what, this is a good excuse. I'll take my headphones off and readjust my hair so that it stops getting blown in my fucking face. Largely irritating. But it's no longer in my face, so that's good. In other news, you know what I said about letting the air breathe? Here's me doing not that. So, having looked in game shops lately, I find it peculiar and endearing to have seen Clonwa 2 Lunati's Veil on sale for £50, bearing in mind, like, before the pandemic, it was like 20, 25, and like, as a youth, I'd seen it for much cheaper. So, the fact that the game is sort of financially getting the recognition it deserves, I find to be excellent. Now, here's one. Okay, we're not making zero progress anymore. That's good. And then, as previously stated in the next stream, we'll go around the island and get all of the other ones that I'm missing. But today I'm focusing solely on the wetlands. And in fairness, here we go. In fairness to me, this is one of the areas that took me the longest to do in Shield as well. Although I think the area that took me the absolute longest in Shield was the Workout Sea, because everything's really spread apart, and when I was doing it, it was like the weather was foggy, so I couldn't even see where I was going half the time. So that was fun. Wow, I can actually hear myself breathing at this point. That's how irritating I am. Also, utterly unrelated, but something that absolutely delighted me was that, courtesy of a max raid battle, which reminds me I should keep an eye out for mushrooms just in case, because I'm starting to wonder, like, every 3 max raid battles, a max mushroom spawns on the Isle of Armor. But I don't know if it only counts max raid battles that were conducted on the Isle of Armor towards that total. Anyway, during a max raid battle in Shield, I caught a dusk form lichen rock, which I didn't even know was a thing you could get in this game. But I'm glad, because when I bought Ultra Moon, there's like an inset in the the game case that advertises, hey, collect a mystery gift and get a free dusk form lichen rock. And then, like, in really tiny print, like, this giveaway expires in 2018. Or it might be 2016. I don't even remember at this point. But, yeah, I have been squarely denied a lichen rock. But, well, I use a midnight form lichen rock in my not my let's play, I didn't let's play it, in my playthrough of that game. I called her Elaine, and she is the chaotic dumbass of the group. And if anyone cares, and even if anyone doesn't, because here I am streaming to nobody, I might put together one of those infographics that I do sometimes of my teams of particular games, because that is a game that I played. There's 8 more Diglets. Fuck it, act like it. Where you at? Can I, why can I not perceive better? I mean, at least, having found them all on my own time in Shield, that at least means that I have an awareness of, like, how possible it is and what the limits of each area are. So I know, like, where they're, like, I know where they're not likely to be, and I know to avoid those areas. This was not here a second ago. Daytona, you know, like Daytona, which in the Daytona games, in the soundtrack, it sounds like Gay Boda. You're welcome for this mental image. I got it from Lucajin. Yes, Lucajin indirectly handed me... I'm not going to finish that thought because it sounds unfremptuous. Now, if I was smart and considerate, then I would whip out my phone and open up a guide and just go to the places listed in the guide. But while it would be more respectful of the time of the people who aren't fucking watching, it would inauthenticize the experience of me doing it on the fly. Not to disrespect anyone who does use a guide, of course, because, I mean, I take no issue with it. Just for the purposes of this stream, I want to see if I can do it without. Of course, it doesn't help that the camera isn't a fan of existing on the Isle of Armor, but hey. Hey diddly ho and a bottle of Triumphant. And you would have thought, as well, having the game blown up on a big screen, well, a quote-unquote big screen, for the purposes of the stream, would help me in finding the Diglets, and yet it doesn't. And I did it in Shield in, like, 100% in handheld mode. So, you know, no excuses, Hexagons. Mickey, you're too enthusiastic. I would hug you, but the game does not have a precedent for that. Yes, I've just devolved into random fucking throat singing now. Clearly it's a sign that I really should just take the hint and call it a day. Pictured here, me taking a hint and calling it a day. Just, I know that I can do it. I know I can find them. I have found them before. Where they at, though? Where do they? At where do they be? I probably walked, like, statistically, I should have walked past all of them by now, bearing in mind I've covered the entire soothing wetlands on foot. So quite why I haven't, like, found, I don't know. Are you one, or are you just a tuft of grass? And does Mickey even understand what we're doing? I'd like to think so. He's not just like, oh, my trainer's taking me out for a walk, hell yeah! It's he understands, I'm sure. He is a smart boy. A smart but timid boy, much like myself. See, we've reached the fuck point, you know, where I'm sitting here thinking, this isn't entertaining to watch, but I can rebut that with, no one's watching anyway, so what are you going to do? Drive away the no viewers you have? I feel like in streams around this point, I tend to get really salty about the lack of viewership, but, like, I feel like that's somewhat justified. There are people who say they'll watch and then they don't. I don't know, it's just that there are some people out on Twitch who stream as like a full-time job, and to the average viewer, they make it look so easy that they could just set up and there'll be 1,000 people watching before they've even started the game. And from that perspective, it's very easy to get like jealous almost, like not wishing that they didn't have that success, but sort of coveting the fact that they have it so easy. Why should it not also be easy for me? And of course, I thrive on rational explanations for things, and the only rational explanation I can come up with for being so consistently met with such disappointing results is because I said so. Which is a terrible reason, and if you're a parent and you give that as a reason for anything ever, then you should seriously examine your parenting. But, you know, there are times where it's hard not to take it personally, and of course, if you do take it personally, reasonable though it is, people will just be, there we go, there's one. People will just be like, oh my god, you're so childish, demanding that the world watches you. And, you know, how entitled do you have to be to think that the world owes you an audience? And like, yeah, I don't have a rebuttal for that. And just, you know, it's hard not to be disheartened. And yet I still do it. I keep banging my head against the wall in the hopes that someday something will change. And it won't. And that's why I still make Eurovision content, because I'm banging my head against the wall hoping that something will change, and it doesn't. I know at least that none of them are in the water. So that does at least, like having done this all once before, at least remove some of the uncertainties and some of the variables of, like, what counts as a valid place to be looking for a Diglett. So that's good, at least. And I don't think it can be in, like, it definitely can't be in the wild Pokemon tall grass. The next size of grass down from that I'm not so sure about. Like, surely they never put them in patches, they always put them near patches of stuff. Rather than in and among, surely. And when I speak of, like, the next size down from Pokemon size grass, I mean, like, this shit here. And I quote, here. But like, yeah, like, this stuff, like, the one that we just found was on the edge of this patch rather than all up ins. And I don't think they would hide one inside the patches, because that would make them ridiculously difficult to spot. So you see, I've found my funky flow now, except the odds of me having found all of these are much more likely to be I found them by pure chance, by being in the right place at not even the right time, but just happening to stumble upon them. Though the fact that there's so many in close succession that are all near each other says to me that this is just an area I didn't explore thoroughly enough. But the question is, am I finding all of these in close proximity because I've not checked this area thoroughly, or are those the only ones I was missing from this particular sub-area? In other words, should I keep searching this area, or have I found everything there is to find in this area and I would be better off looking elsewhere? And of course, I am being slightly hesitant to go into too much detail in the area, simply because there's a load of Bouffalant there, and of course, they will charge at you given the chance, and of course that would then put us into a Pokemon battle, which would eat up some of the time. So, in being less efficient, I'm trying to be more efficient. Because Lord knows I was charged by plenty of those in Shield. As long as we keep enough of a distance, it should be fine. Yeah. Like that, basically. Just go out of their spawn area, then they despawn. When they respawn, they're no longer aggroed. They're no longer on the Ag Road. The road that transports eggs to Sweden. Because the Swedish word for egg, I think, is spelled A with umlaut GG. Ag. You know, like Egg Benedictson. At this point, I feel like I can't just stop now because I'm this close. Wow, I was spamming the A button and I didn't even see that? Oh yeah, now I definitely can't stop because there is just one more to find, and all the others that are to be found are in other areas of the globe. And I will worry about those not next week, but on Sunday, because I will stream again on Sunday. Probably to about the same sized audience, or lack thereof. Because, like, it's all well and good filling oneself with positive affirmations, being like, yes, I will find, but, like, I could walk back and forth over the same patch of land time and again, saying, I will find it, but if you're in the wrong place in the first place, then you won't. And I feel like that there could be a really deep metaphor you could extract from that, but I literally just mean, you can't manifest finding something if you're looking for it in the wrong place in the first place. So the question isn't, am I pressing A in the right place, but rather, have I moved myself to the right area in which to start spamming the A button? And of course there's no way of knowing. So I do think it would be nice if there was just like, I don't know, like a thing that works approximately like the scanning feature in new Pokemon Snap. Just something to point you in the right general direction. Like, not to blatantly give away where every individual Diglett is, but just something to give you a general nudge. And I do mean just a nudge. That's all, that's all it takes. And I'm heavily inclined to think that it might be in this... I just realised I'm still wearing my Crown Tundra outfit, which I intend to keep on for the duration of the whole Crown Tundra sort of saga. Pictured here, the Crown Tundra. Because I seem to recall there being 2 Digletts in this general area, and I don't remember if I got both of them. Clearly I must have got one of them, because there's only one left to find. But did I get the other as well? Because it's the sort of place where you'd come down here and think, oh, the way this is laid out, there has to be one here somewhere, and then you look all over the place and you don't find it. You're like, oh, I guess there's none here, and then the game's like, haha, plot twist, actually there was 2 here the entire time. So I'm sort of counting on me having had that experience last time I was here, and I appear to be coming up relatively unfruited. Are you standing on it, perhaps? You can't get the right sword? Oh! Oh, that reminds me of something else as well. I've got to get sidetracked within my sidetrack. Well, you know what? Actually, fine. Since we're over here, what I'm inclined to do is nip over ever so briefly to the Loop Lagoon. Because when Europe-Scalar 8 was here, I happened to notice that there was a Larvesta on the central island, and I wanted to catch it. So I went there in my own, like, in Shield, on my own type. Max Mushroom, I'm glad I checked. Because I want to be able to make Jeremy and Greta Gigantamaxable, and also fucking, oh, we have enough for 1 Gigantamax. I want to be able to Gigantamax Malcolm as well, by Urshifu. In case you missed that. Pink Urchin, you're eating my time. So yes, I would like to be able to Gigantamax those, and honestly, Jeremy's kind of higher priority anyway, so I might as well do that while I'm here, I don't know. But anyway, when I was playing Shield, I came over to Loop Lagoon, and in the time between me seeing it on Europe-Scalar 8's game, and me coming here in Shield, oh, now look at Sam, it's fully evolved, how about that? It had started raining on Loop Lagoon, so the Larvesta was no longer spawning. And I'm slightly concerned that that's going to have happened again. It was thunderstorming, to be exact. So there was a Magnezone over here, and a Luxray over there. Like, there were so many electric types, it was fundamental. What are you? Oh, you're just a Clobbopus, I think. Chansey? Is it Chansey weather? Well, that's sadness. Okay, fine. Then I shall head back over yonder, and we will continue searching the soothing wetlands for the one last thing. And I've caught a Zorua and a Zoroark separately in Shield, and I didn't know if they were available in Sword, but I do so very love them as a Pokemon species. So I would like to obtain one, and I know where they can be found, so I will head over there. I will get Jeremy some soup, and catch one if I see one. And I would like to see one. I'm not going to spend too much time over on the Challenge Beach, because there are Diglets to be found there, and that's not a problem for this week. So pull the camera back in, and get back to scrubbing the ground for hairs. In absolute fairness, this would be so much harder in real life, because just imagine, like, the way that mud is so easily displaced, and in real life, they wouldn't be positioned in, like, ways that are game design friendly to encounter. So, you might step on one, it might have particularly wispy hairs that are impossible to notice. Just be glad the whole experience is remediated through the form of a video game, and not Ramon of the Ramones. Joey Ramone. I've gone quiet because my throat is sore from all of the everything. It's mostly Calirex's fault. More like Cal Erection, am I right, folks? Though in all fairness, Calyrex looks a lot more furry baity than I had originally known. I thought it was some sort of deer thing, and then it turned out to actually just be more like a weird rabbit. Back into the obnoxious throat singing, wider than a mile. Hello, Wooper, you have no arms. Why do Skorupies have such a... well, I think weird isn't the right word, but like such a pronounced cry. Like, they're so vocal, they're needlessly extraneously extra. But then again, I suppose, what noise would a scorpion make? Touché, me. See, I should learn my lesson. I should know when to quit. I should get Jeremy a soup and then go to bed, because it's getting late, and I still need to do my daily Russian. Oh, Mickey, you're an inspiration to us all. Are you perhaps over here? Well, I checked one side of this little islet, but... no? Ah, still nothing? Well, that's okay. I'm streaming to no audience, so I'm used to not getting anything for my troubles. And troubles indeed I am. And I can't even, like, quip and say, oh, watch it be somewhere really obvious, because, like, we're looking for a mound with hairs on it. You know, there's not really anywhere obvious, quote-unquote obvious, to put it, unless they drew, like, an actual bullseye in the dirt, going, hey, asshole. Clearly, to fill this empty air, I should just start rocking backwards and forwards on my obnoxiously loud chair and trip over a tuple. Oh, this has definitely gone on for 20 minutes longer than I'd anticipated, all because I'm looking for one stray child. Oh, Mickey, you have too much faith in me. My great strategy is to run the flout away. Now, did I not say there is a non-zero chance of there being another one in this general vicinity? I'll start looking in earnest once I'm sure that I'm out of the spawn range of that Bouffalant, just because it would be inconvenient to have to deal with it. Am I at a disadvantage, or perhaps an advantage, by looking at night just because of the colour contrast between the pelt of a Diglett and the soil? What if I run into a shiny Pokemon while I'm dealing with this hunt? And that's something I meant to bring up while Laura was here because she might have been able to give me insight. But on the off chance that anyone actually hears this question. So, the word hunty, right? What's the deal? Like, I could only assume that it's just an affected way of saying honey. Maybe with a little bit of the C expletive thrown in there for good measure. I don't know. And I want to understand. Punch the microphone a few more times, Tess. Maybe it'll do you some good. That's the fun thing with Diglett hunting as well. After a certain point, you start seeing things where you're like, oh, I thought I saw it and then I didn't. You weren't here before. I suppose that's a thought. Like, what if it's just out in the open on this, like, general pathment? A member of Parliament. A piece of parchment paper. It happened again. I thought I saw it and it was just a patch of dirt. Wishful thinking. And cherry cakes. Go away, Bouffalant. You're nothing but a nuisance. Go away. Thank you. Is it gonna charge at me and then we'll have a fantastic time? No? That's what I fucking thought. Ah! Now, I suppose, and this is just me randomly hypothesizing, maybe there's like some feature that I'm just not availed of, where it's like, oh, if you press the left stick in and whistle, then nearby Digletts will respond to it. And even if they do, it might be with an audio cue, which I wouldn't be able to hear because I have headphones on in case someone joins me on Discord, not that they will. And I have the switch turned down anyway so that its audio doesn't repeat on the stream. So, even if there is an audio cue, I would not be able to make use of it, is the bottom line here. I don't know, I think one or both of the following are sorely missing from this little quest. Having some way of, as previously stated, just getting a nudge in the right direction. Not even just, not a blatant giveaway, but just a nudge saying, hey, go in this general direction. And or the Digletts themselves being just a tiny bit easier to spot, like either larger or protruding a bit more, or being of like a certain like colour, or that's something else. The phrase colorway seems to have sort of cropped up overnight and people have started using it like it's anybody's town. And maybe I've written off the spaces in these patches too soon. And maybe somewhere in these patches of flowers and grasses there is in fact one that I've overlooked. And of course, as I've discovered as well, with having sort of like backseated with permission when Europe Scalaway was looking for the Digletts on her save file, it is harder to keep an eye out when you're not the one controlling the camera. So, you know, I appreciate that for the no people who are here to help me. So all I can do is meander vigilantly. I thought that was it, but it was just an aberration in the rocks on the wall. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. But that actually is the lyrics, isn't it? I mean, it's not spelled M-I-K-I in that context, but thinking, no, I'm clearly making a parody of, like, hey, Nikki, or yo, Gabba Gabba. Why are you just there? Why are you just out in the middle of nowhere? So that's the moral of the story. Look next to things, but don't expect them to all be next to things. So on that note, on that boom shell, so named because it goes boom, I'll get some soup for Jeremy, and then call it a day at long bittersweet last. Quote unquote bittersweet. Dajcie mnie soup. Yes. Now, I just need to hope that I haven't already given him soup and forgotten about it. Right, she has the factor because she has the icon. So, yep. Jeremy, it's time to put on your big boys. Not even big boy trousers, but just put your big boys on. So just have Mickey sitting on your shoulder, basically. All one of your big boy. Right, I'm gonna check in with the Diglett man, and then we can be on our way once and all for all. Do I get a prize? Okay, so it's just the last 10. The last melon. That's 5 there, and then 5 in the sea, and then we'll be done forever. So, final save of the day. Lock that in. Save spamming the R button when I'm not on the pause menu. Save twice, because never trust. And with that, I can call it an eve to morning noon. So, that's that, I guess. I will duck out of the Discord and change my settings so I can actually hear my notifications, and then end the stream. And yes, this is currently the view from my webcam. It's just really dark in here. So, I've rambled long enough. I'm going to go and let my voice rest, do my daily Russian on Duolingo so Duo the Owl doesn't come and bust my kneecaps, and I will catch you in something vaguely resembling the Flippity and or Flop. I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons. Lozzie was here for a while, and thank you for watching, if indeed you ever were in the first place.